could be one. If the 80% mortality rate works for you, for a few bucks a month you can sign up and have the Hobbs kill you. So let's make the most of another Sunday. Brew up some coffee and play it my way. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my gamers? Won't you please, won't you be my gamers?
Hey everyone, welcome to Mr. Hobbs's Gamerhood. I am your GM, Jason Hobbs. You can call me Mr. Hobbs if you want, but I think it's kind of weird, personally. But whatever. Anyhow, today we are playing Old School Essentials. I have a book. Here's one. Old School Essentials by Gavin Norman and Necrotic Gnome. That's it. Hey, Eric Thomason. Oh, Maltworm is here already. Jeez Louise. We got the thing is hopping, guys. I hope you feel excited. It's been a while since we've been to Kalmatta. We got some new players. Really excited to de-virginize them. And we might as well meet those players without further ado. So, Nick, you're the caller today. You want to introduce yourself and say something about your character?
Yeah, hey everyone. I'm Nick. I'm playing Phelan the fighter, new to Kalmata. Um, has decided or sworn, perhaps rashly, to be the first to set foot at the base of the prehistoric chasm, um, and then and hopefully survive.
Nice. Matt?
Hi, my name's Matt. I am playing Rune Underhill, a dwarf who has, I don't know if you guys have posted signs saying that you want adventurers, but my character has answered the call.
Nice. Eric? Gabe?
Hi, Gabriel. I'm playing Anila. She's a cleric, an acolyte of God Ninkasi. Um, Hope to survive um, her return to Kalmata.
Nice. You ready to go now, Eric? No?
I am.
All right, good.
Okay. So, hey, I'm Eric. I'm playing Dougal Bailey, or now known as Dougal Godsblood. He's a fifth level fighter, and he is actually cursed by Ninkasi. So it's funny that he's adventuring with one of her clerics. I can't drink. It tastes like vinegar, I think was the curse, Hobbs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, excited to accompany some new adventures and old adventures to the pit, the chasm.
Jay, I think you're muted, Jay. Go ahead, Brian, while Jay tries to figure out his mutation marks.
Got it. Hi, I'm Brian. I'm back. This time as Crowbar the Quick. I'm a human thief that was orphaned at an early age, and I'm here because they're paying me, basically, to be the torchbearer.
You may have another torchbearer. I don't know. We'll see when we get to that. I'm gonna change your screen a little bit, Brian. You must have like leaned forward or something. Top of your head's getting cut off, unless you don't care. There we go. We're good. Jay, you got any sound yet?
How's that?
Perfect. No, you're good now. I changed the camera so you can be wherever you want. All right, so we will find out what Jay is all about later. So let's talk about what Kalmata is. I don't know if I've ever done a Twitch Kalmata. I think so, but I'm not sure. It was before it was on YouTube. Kalmata is a jungle island. The adventure is based off of the greatest hex crawl book ever written by Stormlord Publishing, Treasure Vaults of Zadabad. It's set 50 years in the future from that, and it has a bunch of Easter eggs from that product, so you can read that product and it will not change your excitement or your exploration of the game in any way. Um, I don't know, guys. Is there anything else? So it's a Sindanor is where the game starts at. The conceit is that all of the characters at one point have come from all around the known world to Sindanor in order to plumb the depth and treasures of Kalmata. There was once a very famous vault known as the Treasure Vaults of Zadabad in Kalmata. Is that you, Jay? Or is that someone
What?
playing a
Am I
kazoo?
back?
You are back
Am I?
now.
Oh, good. Yep, I was. That's
Nice.
how I was testing. Pretty nifty, huh?
Yeah,
See
it's
how I
great.
slipped that in there?
Yeah, I like it. All right, so that's what the conceit is, and you've come across the Plague Bay and landed at the docks in Sindanor, headed up to the Rip Inn, and there you have found a storyteller. And this is the introduction for all the new players. They've never played Kalmata before. The great bronze gate of the Black Pyramid was sundered, and the head priest of Shabanil was slain. His elephantine head was carried upon two boar spears here to Sindanor by courageous bearers. Your angry approach kicks up dust, and children, faces obfuscated by the tatters of linen wraps covering every inch of their bodies, scamper from the storyteller seated cross-legged on the dusty porch of the inn's boardwalk. He gazes up at you. Welcome, travelers. Welcome to Sindanor, gateway to Kalmata, island of adventure. I can see by your faces you're confused by my story, but yes, it is true. The treasure vaults of Zarabad have been plundered, but do not fret. Vast wealth lies hidden by the growth of decades, and much of the Zarabadi lies undiscovered. Come into the inn and prepare yourselves for travel. Get a good night's rest, for it is likely your last. So that is the introduction that I always read for new players. Oh, I should check to see. Yep, okay. So this is the island of Sindanor. The city of Sindanor, which is on an isthmus off of the island of Kalmata, and it's located in the Plague Bay, as I mentioned previously. The inn is down here. Roll 20. All right, I'll just do it this way. Somewhere. Is everything locked up? How's everyone doing?
I'm looking at the island city
All right,
of
I thought so.
Kalmata,
It's not moving.
and I'm moving around it, and I can see it.
On roll 20 you are?
Yeah. There's a whole.
Yeah, it's not moving on roll 20.
All right, I think we're getting somewhere now.
I see Kanan and Errol and Askham and Daryl and Brindar,
Brindar.
Ruwen.
All right, so
Ruwen.
I'm showing you on the roll 20. If you could scroll down, there's an inn that has tons of tokens on it. All these tokens on the right are player characters. All these tokens in the middle are men at arms or women at arms. And it's the time of the game where we would ask if anyone wants to take any. I'm going to start with Eric because Dougal, you have, I don't know if you remember, but you had a henchman already. Erdis. Is Erdis going with us today?
Yes, Erdis is going. She's a level 1 fighter.
All right. And so below the inn, I have this area called the Sindanor Contingent that has all of your character tokens on it. Yeah, you're no longer in Discord. You're gonna have to join back in, Brian, if you can hear me.
Looks like he's trying. I see a couple of squares dancing around each other.
All right, yeah, that's him. Yeah, so if you guys lose Discord, that's all you're gonna have to do.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right, so Gabriel, you've done this before. Does Anila want to try and hire anyone? don't know if you're talking. I can't see you. Gabriel, can you hear me?
Gabriel looks a little frozen. Everyone
I
looks
think
kind of
he's,
frozen.
I think he's frozen.
Oh, there he goes.
No,
I
he's
just saw him
Gabriel's
move
frozen.
now.
Oh, there's movement. There's life. The slow action cam.
Gabriel, can you hear me?
Blink your eyes if you can hear us.
Yes, you are back, Brian. Jay, what do you want to hire anybody? Or are you good?
Yeah, I'm interested, but only if they're willing to become followers of Ningas. That's the requirement
Ninkasi?
to get my. Yeah, Ningasi. The pay
Uh,
is good. Those who
hmm.
follow Ningasi are well rewarded.
Is there anyone in particular? So you guys, one of you or the group of you would have had to put 5 gold pieces together in order to gather all of the possible hirelings in um, the Rip Inn.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you guys paid that, but you can figure
I can
that out.
pay it. Thulgar's got a fat wallet with. Well, I guess it's not fat. 325 gold pieces.
I don't think I don't think I can hear Jay. Can anyone else hear Jay?
I can hear him.
You guys can't hear me?
I can
No,
hear
I can
you,
hear you.
Jay.
Yeah, it's strange.
It is strange. I've never had Discord do
Like a
it.
selective. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've never had this many people in Discord before either. So Jay pay or Thulgar paid the 5 gold pieces. I can still hear
Oh,
like
nice.
my voice being funny. I don't know where that's coming from, but whatever.
It's echoing off someone else's audio.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you can see these dots on here. More than one dot means they are better equipped. Maybe that's like type of armor or type of weapons, or they have missile weapons. Uh, Thulgar, is there anyone specifically that you would like to try to engage in employment? Jay, there you go.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get dialed in to see their names to get in
We can't
closer.
hear you, Jay.
You can't hear me now?
I can hear Jay. That is
Only
weird.
some people can hear Jay. For some reason, like Nick and now Gabriel can't hear him.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys may have to refresh, I guess, is what I would say.
Okay,
Or leave
I'll
the
try to
call.
come back in.
I don't think Jay should have to. I think Nick and Gabriel, the ones who can't hear him, should do that.
Yeah, because we can hear you fine, dude.
Yeah, same here.
All right, Matt, you seem like you can hear people.
I can.
Do you see anyone you want to hire?
I only have 1 gold piece.
Okay, that's probably not enough. Most of the henchmen are 1 gold piece a day. If they're human, demi-humans are 3 gold pieces a day. That's the going rate. You could try to get them for less, but it may be more
Yeah, that's
difficult.
fine.
So if you don't want to hire, there is also 5 silver pieces a day for henchmen, for hire porters and torchbearers. But if you don't want to hire, you don't need to. I mean, you have a pretty big group already, so it's not a biggie. All right, Jay, you want to talk and see if people can hear you? It looks like Jay can't hear me now.
Hey, Jay, can you hear Hobbs?
He can't hear any of us.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. All right, let's move on to someone else. Nick, do you want to hire anyone? Do you have any money?
Yeah, for sure. So, let's have a look here. What is Winnick looks like he knows his way about the jungle. Is it Winnick
Hmm.
over there? Yeah. And I will offer him the standard rate of 1 gold piece a day.
All right, I'm gonna try and tell you something about him if I can open up his token, but it is pretty darn slow. All right, so what you would do is make a reaction roll modified by your charisma.
Oh, no, I didn't.
You can do it right on your character sheet, probably.
There's a little button on your character sheet for you.
So he is a Chrysian. He's from the Chrysian League, and he has a leather and shield and a club.
Is there anyone better armed than him?
Look for the people with more dots.
Yeah, the more dots
Hold
means
on.
either better armed or armored.
What about Bullwood? Let's have a look at Bullwood.
Sorry if I'm a little slow here. It's not opening
that's
very
a little bit.
quickly.
What's a MAA? Is that like
Man
martial
at
arts?
arms.
Oh, okay.
Man at arms. Please open. All right. So you guys aren't going to know. You're just going to have to hire him. Oh, here it goes.
They lied on their resume.
He is a Rornik with a long sword and a spear, leather, and shield.
Rornik with a long sword. I'm Rornik. Let's all stick together. Yeah, we'll hire him. So I'll give that a go. I'm just
Perfect.
My sheet seems to have disappeared. So for the moment, I'm just going to roll. It's roll
2d6 modified by charisma. Yeah. /R space 2d6.
6, 8.
Do you have a modifier?
No.
All right, so you're going to have to, that's not quite enough. He appreciates the fact that you're a Rornik, but hey, it's obvious that I'm a badass around here, buddy. You're going to have to do something to change the
That's fair enough. Well,
change the situation, like pay
about,
him more or buy him something or whatever, if you want to still try to hire him.
What about we make it, I give him an upfront of 3 gold pieces.
All right, go ahead and you can get a +1. So it's /R. You could also just push up on your keyboard and it'll do the last commands that you just did. It'll show you. 7. All right, so that's an 8. So yeah, he's interested in that, but it's still not quite enough. So you need a 9 or more.
You drive a hard bargain, Bullwood.
He does. This guy is like,
wow.
yeah, he's tough.
Not.
Buy him some
all right.
drinks.
So how about we do the same?
Like you could say you'll never have to be in the front, or you could do all sorts of things.
That sounds good. Yeah. You won't have to be on the front. I'm happy to take responsibility for that.
Okay. And so you have to pay for all of his food while you're gone as well. Okay. So you can go ahead and get a plus. He'll just go with you at this point. You've worn me down. All right. So if anyone has someone they want to hire specifically, raise your hand. Jay, are you ready now? I still can't hear you though, Jay. So you're going to be able to control Bullwood, Feo, or Nick.
Yeah. Can I ask where the character sheets have gone from the top? Are they right at the top?
You're going to want to click the newspaper.
Yep, got the newspaper.
And now the character sheet should all be in there.
Characters.
Roll20 is like.
Oh, there we are. Yeah.
Chugga.
Yeah, it is a bit weird. That was 3 gold.
All right, you should be able to control him now. Jay, can we hear you? No. We cannot hear you, Jay. Just you can type in the Roll20 chat what you are trying to tell me. All right, you don't need anybody now? Nice. Whoa, Erdis has moved over underneath. Do you want to hire anyone, Brian? Brian, can you hear me? Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you.
All
We
right,
can hear you.
Doesn't want to hear you, bud.
Gabriel, do you want to hire anybody? Gabe is. Yeah, we were gonna have to lower the number of people who can play Kalmatta apparently. Were you typing you're good? Oh, Gabe's typing. Now, here we go. Discord froze. See, I've never had Discord freeze. It was way more stable than
Hangouts.
Hangouts. Yes, sorry, I was lost.
I've
for a
never had
second.
Discord Pro.
I didn't. It didn't actually freeze. That was just me.
Yeah, it's just a Hobbs brain freeze.
Yeah, because I was looking at something like, oh, what are the people at home looking at right now? It doesn't look too exciting.
Well, this has always been sort of the bookkeeping phase of Kalmatta, anyways.
Yeah. Nah, healing's pretty. Well, Anila might have healing. Yes, actually. All right.
You don't get spells until second level, though, right? For cleric.
No, there's a house rule.
There's a house rule. If you have a wisdom bonus, you can.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right. So, Nick, you are the caller. So why don't you
Right.
get people where they're at, where you want them to be?
All right.
You can't control them, so you have to
I'm
talk it out.
Okay, so I've heard this is a rash quest. I'm happy to stand at the front. But is anyone else keen? I know Dougal seems to be. Dougal, how are you to come up front? What would that be like?
No, yeah, I have the most hit points probably. No, Falgar might have more than me. I don't have a lot of hit points for a level 5 character, but I'm pretty tanky, so I should probably be up front.
All right, full go. Sorry, mate, can't hear you.
I've got AC 0, but I'm first level, so few hit points.
The AC 0, holy shit.
I got a Playman shield and dexterity, so
Yeah, you're going to want to do someone with a spear probably in the second rank, because in the house rules, second rank can use a spear and still attack.
Now, the sorry, I missed the my henchman. Will he have his equipment written on him, or do I need to jot that down?
You probably should jot it down. It's there, but it's in the GM notes and not in the player notes.
The GM notes. Okay, right.
So his AC, I believe, is 6 hit points 4.
Yep.
He's got a longsword, a dagger, and a spear, and he's wearing leather and shield.
Longsword, dagger, spear, leather, and shield. Nice. All right. So who else has a spear who wants to go into the back rank? Does anyone else have a spear?
My henchman. Oh,
I
go
can
ahead.
use them. So
I have a pole arm.
There
Nice.
you go.
Can you go in the third, or is that pushing it?
Yep, it's only from the second rank can they attack.
Only from the second. All right. So
Is the rule still Hobbs with two-handed weapons like battle axes and pole arms that you go last in initiative?
Yeah.
Okay. But you roll advantage on damage, was it?
Yep.
So who had the pole arm? Sorry.
That was Rune.
All right. Do you want to go into the second rank then?
Sure.
Where's Phelan going to be?
I was going to take the front.
Okay, so yeah, that's over there. You can put
That's
Rune
over
up
there,
here.
yeah. We'll put Bullwood behind me with his spear. Rune behind there with his spear. All right. Thulgar? Maybe. Crowbar, do you want to do some scouting ahead, or do you want to stick in the middle for now and then nip ahead when you can?
We are using
Sling.
tokens. This is where we are. We're adjusting the tokens for the marching order from now on. So
All right.
Can you hear us,
Anila,
Brian?
I don't know.
Gabriel.
I'm
Is that right?
Yeah, Gabriel's Anila.
All right.
doing
So let's
to
put you
rank.
next.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's great.
That's good.
This good?
That's good. Yep, I think it's good.
Yeah, we'll probably need the thief to go ahead during like when we get to the chasm because he's
The
the only one
chasm,
with a
yeah.
climb skill.
Absolutely.
But other than that, this looks okay.
Yeah.
Hobbs, any
Good.
of the NPCs that have crossbow or bow?
Yeah, my fighter, she has a bow and a spear.
Do you mean to hire?
As to hire, yeah.
I think one of the ones that just came on the boat today had one.
Gulov, he looks new. Freaking Mr. I Serve Khaleesi over there, he's been around for a while.
This one or this one? Any
Bettis.
of these?
Bettis has a crossbow.
Guy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That'll be useful.
Yep. He has a crossbow and what else?
Nothing.
Nothing else? No armor?
No armor.
The perfect
Okay,
NPC
I'm
doesn't
offering.
exist.
Okay. I'm offering him the standard rate and a leather armor on top.
All right. So he has no armor, so that seems like a good deal to him.
Are you renting the armor to him?
No, he's giving it to
I'm
him.
just, I think I'm buying that's part of the deal. So 20 gold. Okay. What's his rate?
What's his what?
It's
What's it?
hiring rate.
1 gold piece a day.
Okay. So I'm giving 5 gold and the leather armor. So I'm taking 25 from.
Okay, figure out where you guys want to put him.
He can carry a shield on his back just in case. So in case I sunder mine, I have an extra shield.
Okay.
Yeah. Can we buy just a few extra things before we go?
You can buy whatever you want.
Great. Do we all have rope?
I bought a grappling hook for us. I don't know if anyone.
Oh,
already
great.
had one.
That's really appreciated.
No worries, dude. I've got enough money.
Many-
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Hit points that Betis has.
6.
Same as
Mm-hmm.
crossbow.
Question: Who? Hey, who's ever coming? Could you please not? Sorry to be rude, but it's hard to talk over that. I was gonna ask who had rope, so we just make sure we have enough rope. I've got 50 feet.
I've got
Vanilla has a
two.
rope.
I think.
We'll probably want a few hundred feet of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know that
All right.
there are like vines to help you climb down, and there are lots of ledges in this thing. But if we have like 4 or 5 people that have rope, we should be okay.
I think we may not want to be relying on things to get out of there quickly. Relying on vines and things like that. So rope, the grappling hook's great.
Okay, it sounds like we have enough. That's all. Thanks.
Yeah. The shield's 10, yeah? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Do you need
get
a
an extra
shield?
one of them. I've got one, but I think a second one is probably in order.
Oh yeah, you're a fighter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should always carry multiple shields.
6. Okay.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. We've all got some oil. Any other thoughts on dealing with the prehistoric beasties? My thinking is feeding them. Well, not being seen by them at first, and then feeding them second. And then I thought maybe we would find something more appetizing to feed them along the way. Is my loose plan.
Like a big
Any other
carcass.
thoughts? Any other thoughts?
Can you feed them poison?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Who would have? I was thinking about that too. Who would have poison? Habiba Muna, maybe.
It's possible.
Has anyone who's fought these things before, friends? Do they tend to be venomous themselves?
So we have never fought these things. We've only run from them.
That sounds excellent. These are the sort of men I'm looking for.
When you see these creatures, you will understand. First of all, there's a whole ecosystem of them of many sizes. Some are big, some are small. So
Right.
when you go in the chasm, you can see the whole ecosystem. But the ones we've seen were like 15 to 20 feet tall and chasing lizard men riding on giant chameleons. So we just
Right.
ran.
Yes. And okay. And I've heard rumors that these lizard men, do they use poison? Is that right?
I can't remember, to be honest. It's been so long.
This
Yeah.
Chameleon men.
There are some wild rumors swirling around this tavern, so who knows? All right. Would someone
This-
like to look into some poison then?
Who
Who knows this Habiba Mona? I've heard of her.
Matt,
Well,
did you want to
let's go
say
and see
something?
her
Matt, did you want to say something, Matt?
Hello.
Hello.
I can hear you, Matt.
Am I
I
there?
can't hear you.
Okay.
I'll translate.
This city that we're in or town, is there a fishing fleet that we might be able to buy a large net from? We can
Matt?
throw on the dinosaur.
Matt asks if there's a fishing fleet in Sinanor that we might be able to buy a big net from.
Nice.
Can some people not hear him?
You can hear him.
hear him.
I can hear him just fine.
I
Yeah.
can hear him.
Okay, I can hear him. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there shouldn't be any problem finding a net. Why don't you make a reaction roll, Matt?
A 2.
All right. So it's 2d6 modified by your charisma.
Oh, I'm rolling wrong then.
Yep. No problem. It's on your character sheet as well.
I rolled a 5.
All right. No charisma bonus or modifier.
No.
All right. So it's going to cost you 16 gold pieces to get a net. The fisherman that you found, he was hanging out down by the fisherman hovels, but most of the other guys are gone already out in the bay fishing at this time. So whatever kept him back, he must be surly, because that seems like a high price to you.
I don't have that kind of money.
What if we do a little whip
can-
round? I'm happy to put one in. There's a number of us here.
I offer
What
him
about it?
like 50. So I don't know how much that it costs.
Did you say, Gabe, you were offering 50 gold pieces for the net? It's only 16.
Oh, 16, I thought 16. 16.
No,
sorry.
16 and I mean, it's
Oh.
not like a massive net or anything. It would probably be able to capture like a 10 by 10 area or something. Pretty big still. You want to pay for that, Anila?
Yeah, she's paying for that.
All right. Net is purchased.
Thank you, Anila. Right, we've got a net. We have ropes.
Who do you want to hire, Brian?
Whatever you negotiate.
What does this Goloff cost?
So men at arms are their average. The going price is usually 1 gold piece. You can offer them whatever you want. So what are you going to offer him?
I lost most of what you said. I offer Goloff the going rate,
All right, roll
and
your.
he can stand in the back next to Bettis, taking up the rear.
All right, so it's not a charisma check. It's 2d6 modified by your charisma. It's a reaction roll.
2d6.
There's spots on your character sheet for all this stuff where you just click one button.
Is there?
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a charisma +2. There we go. Yay. How about a 12?
All right, that's good. So he is willing to go with you.
Hobbs,
Yeah,
I have just noticed on my character sheet that there are three scrolls, probably from
I saw that too.
way behind last, but I have no idea what they are. I don't know if we want to roll them randomly, real quick.
Sounds good to me. So
Uh,
roll a 3d6. 1 to 3 their first level, 4 to 5 second level, 6 is third level, okay?
okay. Roll like 3d6.
Yep.
That's right.
Mhm.
Okay.
All
One,
right.
one, and two.
All first level. So you can just roll them right in the book.
Right on the book. Okay.
So anything that you pay for the henchman, you pay him right now. So if you paid him 1 gold piece a day, you owe him a gold piece, and take that directly off your sheet. They will not have that on them. They spend the rest of the time after being hired drinking that and eating that, or giving it to their wives or whatever. So like if you gave a 5 gold piece bonus, then that's gone. But if you want to do the rest, you can do it depending on how many days you actually have them. So you're responsible for everything for the henchmen, their food, everything, for paying for it. So if you want more food for them, then just write it next to them that you've given that food to them, and then that money is gone. Standard rations will last the entirety of this session. They'll be gone. All standard rations will be gone next time you play. Iron rations will last from one session to another.
I think I always like buying standard rations.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
much cheaper.
Yeah.
But once you buy them, if you're only gone for a day and you bought 2 weeks, then they're all gone. They're gone no matter what.
Yep.
I rolled
The photo is ready to rock.
Okay.
3d8, Jason.
Yep.
That's roll 5, a 4, and a 5. That's light and 2 protection from evil.
Perfect.
That's
Those are good spells.
And if everyone's done doing that, can we go talk to Habiba Muna?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's talking to her?
I think I probably have the most the most time spent talking to her.
Go for it.
Is that good or bad?
I mean, I have a reaction bonus, so hopefully good.
Must have been good. I think you
Nice.
sold her some stuff in the past.
I've sold her some stuff, yeah.
All right.
And so I will go to the outskirts of the outside of the gate and go to the witch's cabin.
All right. So Habiba Muna, her hut, is covered with strange, foreign, and definitely weird-looking vines and little bits of skull and bone. You can see through them for unknown animals. Like there might be like a large clawed, scaled foot, all sorts of weird things, and strange reagents, and slightly erotic noises coming from inside the hut as she opens it. Yes, what is it?
Hello, Habiba. I have business for you.
I
needed
am the
some herbs.
witch, Habiba Muna.
Oh, forgive me, witch Habiba Muna. I have business for you.
Business I am interested in.
Yes, nothing to sell right now, but hopefully when we return, we will. We're facing down the foul insect mammal creatures in the pit, the chasm. We were wondering if you had any poisons, things we could taint meat with.
Poisons. Why don't you make a reaction roll?
Sure.
Ooh, it looks like it was a pretty good one, eh?
Yeah.
All right. All right, so she says that she has some poison of the giant tarantula. Perhaps that would help. And she like gives you a clay pot, and she says it's mixed with an astringent. Yeah, Brian the henchman has 20 arrows, and you can use this. It would be like 3 pieces of it, but the price is 100 gold pieces.
I'll pay it.
All right.
Steep, pretty steep price. Yeah.
I will say I will take your price, although you gouged me a bit, witch. But I will have business with you with the future. I have some items I'm in need of turning into. Let's just say, witch's gear. Things of your
Witch's
ilk.
gear.
Yes, I have foul creatures with arcane sigils embossed on their skulls that I need to have made into something. So I will bring business to you later, and I wish to not ticker right now. So I will take your 100, and I hand her a sack.
Presuming you survive, I'll be intrigued for sure to see your little tokens.
Made it this far. And I hand her the gold, take the jug, and nod and leave.
All right. Anything else do we want to do in town?
3 doses of giant tarantula venom.
Sure.
Thank you, Dougal.
Yeah, no problem.
We good?
What's its
I'm good.
consistency? Is it good for putting on blades, or do you gotta have it drink it?
Thinking ideally feed it to them in some way, but
Get a mammoth or something and kill it, and then load it full of poison
Marinate it like chicken, teriyaki chicken.
with a big syringe. We'll inject it with poison injector.
So, did someone grab extra rations then for the food plan?
yeah, I've got
They're pretty cheap.
I've got 2 weeks. I'm gonna get another. Maybe actually, I'm starting to scrape the bottom of my coin purse.
I'm surprised you have this much money, to be honest.
Must have had a good roll.
I traded in. I had a lantern and a 2-handed sword, so I kind of sold things in the beginning. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
I traded it for other torches and regular longsword.
Sure. All right. Perfect. Let's see how long it takes to switch maps.
Cooking.
Whatever happened to Therm the dwarf? Did he die?
Must have.
No, because I was at 3 out of 4 sessions on him, and then I missed 2 sessions, and he had that +1 protection ring too.
Ooh, those are hot.
I have no idea.
Protection rings of protection are hot these days.
All right, so this is a 1 mile hex map of Kalmatta. You can see there's a bunch of different information visible on the map. Ease means the hex was actually explored. If it's blackened out, it means it's never been traveled through. If it has nothing in it, it means it was traveled through but wasn't explored. If it has a different kind of token in it or icon in it, then it most likely means ruin or monster or area of location. So the ruin looks kind of like a broken tower. The gate is a monster lair. The upside down triangle is a location of note. So the parties is the backpack.
Mm-hmm.
This backpack here, and you can see that it's on a little isthmus and it's in the island or that small where Sindanor is located. So we all get 12 movement points per day, and then there's different things cost movement, and that's how we tell how far we're going to go. Yeah, this is only the smallest tiny little bit of the map. So the original map is a 6 mile hex map, and that's this. That's this map right here. I don't know if you guys can actually see it. Yeah. So this map is the map of Kalmatta that I have changed into this, and Sindanor is like right in this. This is the Plague Bay right there. So, do we have any questions about anything? All this excitement, I have to go to the bathroom. So
I know, right?
1 minute and 30-second bio, just for you, Maltworm.
You're not going to do your be right back screen?
So for those of you who've been here before, which of the 56? No, hang on. It's
right here.
That's right. Yeah, that's what I thought. 54, 47. So what are we thinking? Hug the coast?
Yes.
And up? Yep.
That's the safest way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You hire a boat to take us up there?
This is all sheer cliffs up here. Once you get past like 5450, it starts climbing and it turns into big old sheer cliffs. By the time you get over here, it's giant cliffs.
Giant cliffs. You can't even. Okay.
And then it's 53, 46 is Griffin Tower, right?
This
Yep.
one. Or this one.
I think it's that one, yeah.
Okay.
With the ruined castle on the coast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there's pretty sure
remember that one. Yep.
Yeah. That's where you tried to push your luck and with the griffin.
Yes.
And so he ended up leaving his bones of his character there, or no?
I think the hireling just died and you got lucky.
Yeah, the Highland died, and I got almost got eaten by the
Stu
griffins.
found a +3 sword.
Yeah,
with 2
that's
magical
massive.
powers.
Mm-hmm.
So is our only option to maybe get a fisherman to ferry us up as far as we can go, and then we
Typically,
walk?
we just walk.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can walk.
I didn't know if we saved anything.
Yeah, look, I'm kind of relying on picking up some loot in order to, I've got about, in terms of paying my henchmen and things like that when I get back, so.
Hobbs is pretty good about non-standard loot in regards to like monsters and body parts and stuff of like rare creatures being like worth money or having things in them. So you don't have to just go find a treasure chest to get loot.
Yeah, sounds good.
Unless you want to risk it, gain some extra XP by discovering new access.
Yeah.
So, like
I'd be up for that.
And
It's a long way. It's a long way around. I'd definitely be up for looking through.
The only
this
the
way
only
and that way.
the only thing
Probably
I'll
this is.
caution-
Sorry.
Go
This
ahead.
is, now that this is thicker jungle, this icon,
See that?
so it's kind of
What do we-
different.
The only thing I will caution about that is the way like the time economy works on Kalmatta. We've already spent an hour just in town,
Yeah.
and that's going to be a lot of random encounters through unknown terrain and stuff. So I don't even think we'd have enough time to actually explore your location if we did that. Just so you know.
Yeah,
I'd be
my
happy to
vote.
do that, but it would be a different session.
I'm happy too, but my vote is let's go down this thing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, you're the caller.
So are you going along the coast?
Yep. So we're gonna hug the coast. Hug the coast right the way along to 5448 and then straight north to 5447.
All right. So
Niner.
all right. So about midday, you've moved past up along the coast. You think you're about almost halfway, maybe to a little less than halfway there. Probably 55, 50, 55. So we can actually,
Hey, Hobbs,
yes.
you want to explain the armor thing with your movement points? You said we had 12 points, but you didn't explain that.
Oh, so you guys are, whoa, why is it way up there?
Well, I guess we just need to move the maximum we can, right? Regardless.
Yeah, so movement points are decided. Right now, you're going to be moving as fast as the slowest person. Anyone with heavy armor, like a Neela or anything, which is basically metal armor. Any metal armor is considered heavy armor. So that's what your movement rate is going to reflect. We're using the optional encumbrance. So it's not by coins. It is by what your armor is. So it's really quite simple. When you're unarmored, you can move 40 feet. If you're carrying treasure, only 30. Light armor is 30, carrying treasure 20. And heavy armor is 20, carrying treasure 10 feet. That's all you can move in your basic movement rate. And then I've extrapolated that out to consider what you're moving through and what the terrain is. And then that's why you have 12 total movement points. And depending on what the terrain is, how many points each hex costs. So you've went 1, 2, 3, 4. These are each 2, so you're like about at 8 of your movement points or so of a 12. So it's just after midday. It's hot. It's steamy. The smell of the sea is strong, and you might even be able to see it at some points because this is actually where the it starts to. Mostly it's close to sea level, but it's starting to rise up as you move farther north. So everyone roll a d6. You guys have had lunch. You head on. Nothing has happened. I want everyone to roll a d6 just for themselves. So to roll, you need to roll /r space 1d6. Is that everyone but Gabriel? Or is that Gabriel too?
Roll a 4.
All right, nice. All right, so we continue. Just after lunch, it seems slow again. Where am I at? Here we go.
My roll 20 is lagging for sure.
It was quick for a little while.
Mine seems to be really good. Well, I don't know. I'm not doing much on it.
Yeah.
It seems to be lightning.
It's okay.
So it's taken me a little while to prepare something up here for you guys.
Sounds ominous.
Yeah, right. Thick with peril. Took me a while to stock this with real dangers.
I don't even know. Kalmatta has. I think I found a piece of paper that was from like 2012.
Those heady days.
Jay was in that first game. He was playing a mage. His character died in the first session.
Yep. Shed blood in the first session. I like that. It's
Because
like an offering, a sacrifice.
Yeah, you climbed up something to try and nail somebody, karate kick
I
somebody
tried to
off.
pole vault.
Yeah.
I tried to pole vault with a 10-foot pole, and
I lost. I was hewed down.
I like it. It would have been glorious.
I mean, the first one
Kind
worked.
of was.
It was the second one that wasn't. Yeah. All right, so you guys are traveling along the coast, as I said. I mean, I'm expecting you're keeping it a half mile or so off your side because the coast can be as dangerous as anything.
Yeah.
It's when the front group starts to hear some kind of strange mewling, like whimpering, possibly human.
Ooh. I motion to everyone to be silent. Can we get the direction on where it seems to be coming from?
Yeah, you think it's to the northwest of you.
Does our trusty rogue want to scout? That's not a push. I'm happy to go forward. So I'm wondering, crowbar. Oh, here we are.
Crowbar, let's go. Time to get in the fight.
They asked.
All right.
So as you guys can see, it looks like there's a few different trails. You found a trail that's leading kind of northerly, and you can kind of see past. There's like a raised area up here, a fallen thing, and then you can just kind of glance and see there's a penned, like a wooden palisade. It seems to have some people in it.
People, not like livestock. We're talking dirty, ragged, desperate people.
Yes.
Well, that ain't
Well,
right. That's pretty.
no.
That's pretty crappy.
We must absolutely.
This sounds
Free
like
them.
Anthers to me.
I guess it's no surprise that there's probably a bunch of swarthy pirates involved in slave trade around here. That wouldn't be a stretch, right?
There's definitely slavers.
Mm-hmm.
They roll around in the bay in slave ships and attack people.
Just a little ways up, like about right here, you can see that it looks like someone has impaled a head there.
A warning. A human head?
It is not a human head. It is the head of an ape man.
Oh shit!
So they're in the area.
And Anthers, like I was saying. I hope it's not these militarized guys I've seen up north here before. They're really scary.
Tough, aren't they?
Yeah, were you on
Coordinated.
that adventure?
I think so. I don't know. It sounds familiar.
Yeah, we fought that cabin, like fortified on a little hill,
Oh, remember, coming on a hill. Yeah.
Yep.
and they were like using like Viet Cong tactics.
They were like
Yep.
This
Planet.
looks like
Planet of the Apes.
There was a lot of talk about how like
Vietnam.
Bulgar just really stood his ground and just saved the day. I remember that.
You mean when we ran like cowards after we burned their cabin?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we doing here, Frank?
So
Oh,
it's
that's
there's a like I said, there's like a spear stuffed, buried in the ground, and on the spear is just the head of an ape man.
so. Motion to everyone to be quiet. I suppose no one can explain to me quietly who the Anthras are. Are they serpent men? Is that right?
They're like ape men.
But this one's been impaled.
Well, just his head.
Just his head, yeah.
Yeah, the rest of his body is,
Somewhere.
you might scrounge around for it.
I mean, do they
Around.
tend to kill their own, or do they, or
No idea.
is it, someone else's?
So
I think it's
everyone-
like a gruesome scarecrow to keep him away.
I would say that everyone has heard of Anthras before. They're a race of usually slavers that ply the seas, that people speak of horror stories. Like you probably heard it on the ship here. Hopefully we don't run into any Anthras slavers.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But yeah, they're a very, very, very ancient race that were said to worship otherworldly beings, not because they wanted something for them, but because they feared them so much.
Well, my thinking is that we must absolutely rescue these people. Someone mentioned Viet Cong tactics, though, so I'm wondering about traps, and also we don't see any guards or anything like that.
So you guys haven't really moved. So
We should we have the thief sneak up?
Yeah.
Go around. Someone
Yeah.
who's
And
gonna
if anyone
sneak
wants to flank, but as someone in plate mail armor, I should just like the anchor. Like, here's the rally point.
So how about those of us in plate mail? We kind of have a sort of shield wall moving forward, and then maybe some round the sides. If anyone's got bows and things like that.
Mm-hmm. That'd be game.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Who would like to volunteer for the flanking party?
Certainly, Bettis with his crossbow.
Yeah. Erdis has a crossbow as well.
Crowbar, do you have a ranged weapon there?
he's got a sling.
I
Oh,
do. I have a
good.
sling,
Yeah, good.
Would
and
you like? Would you be
Gulab
willing?
has a short bow.
I have a
So
short bow too. I've got plate mail though. So Crowbar, would you be willing to lead the flank group?
So this is a large. This area is raised. Like there's some large. It's probably about 8 feet up of a steep climb.
Sure.
And what
You
about?
want me to the left or to the right?
I was thinking screen right, but what's it like to the left in terms of terrain? If we took this left path through,
There's
I
like
think
jungle
maybe
foliage and
Just single
such.
file through there.
Yeah, there's jungle foliage and such, but it's not something impossible to get through. It might be hard to sneak through, maybe, but it's possible.
yeah, because that also gives us the option of, it's closer to the pen if that becomes relevant.
If we advance like to here with a shield wall, and someone advance this way to this raised area, they can have better position to
Yeah.
fire.
I like the look of that plan. All right. Unless there's any dissenters, let's do that.
Okay.
So
Send the people over who are going over there.
Crowbar and that's it.
So anyone can move quietly, but thieves have a preternatural way of moving silently. So,
I mean,
Like
the
you-
other,
go ahead.
no, you go.
I was just going to say, so if those guys are trying to move quietly, anyone who's running them, roll a d6. Crowbar, if you're trying to move silently, go ahead and make your percentage for move silent. Oh, so everyone is, even the shield wall group?
Oh, I guess we are, huh? I didn't know that. I thought we were staying put, but
I thought we were rolling for a henchman.
Oh,
Yeah, that
Oh,
that
okay.
roll is for
Oh,
Bettis.
all right, good, perfect. I don't remember, so good. So you can just do /R space 1D. There you go. Perfect. Good work. All right, so if you want to roll for your own too, it's right on your character sheet. You just hit it, and then I think it'll send it to me.
Hold up, Brian. Just to stop you real quick. Did you read the house rules for the thieves? Thieves are way better than vanilla BX thieves. So
Yeah,
I just want to make sure
he
you-
got the
okay.
18 and all that. Yep.
And they 3 levels higher,
Yep.
or 2 levels higher. I mean, yeah.
oh, you juice them.
Yeah, I get it. It gets sent straight to me, Brian. So awesome. So are you guys? So is this group moving up as well?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just move in parallel to you then, Nick.
Great. I'm just wondering if we just let them go. Yeah. There we go.
And should we have somebody here to?
And just looking up to the sides of us around these trees, I'm kind of leery of nets, and Dougal mentioned sort of Viet Cong, which I actually don't know anything about, so excuse
Tunnel fighting.
my imagination of
tunnel fighting.
tunnel fighting.
Secret
Look
shop
out for
doors,
punji sticks, drop
Yeah.
nets,
That's it.
deadfalls.
That's it.
jungle
camouflage.
tactics,
Yeah.
jungle tactics, guerrilla warfare.
Yeah. So we're approaching with caution, kind of checking the ground in front of us, looking for kind of covered leaves, looking up and above.
So I don't know if you guys noticed, but over here, there looks like there's some kind of monument placed up on that hill.
Oh shit!
Like an idol.
Yeah, some kind of idol.
Do
Oh,
do I recognize it to idols I've seen before with the anthrax, with the the white apes and stuff?
Nope, it doesn't look anything like that. No.
Or
Greedily
in-
search for glinting gems on its.
Are you running up there, Thulgar? It's like 50 feet away from you.
No.
Do we make out what the idol is of? Is it humanoid? Is it?
It just kind of looks like a tall obelisk almost, kind of similar to maybe the Washington Monument, but it isn't milky white. It's kind of a weird brownish tan. It does look like it has like a bunch of weird foliage along the base of it, so you don't necessarily see the base.
Wait, obelisks, you say? How dissimilar is it from the obelisks in the Platybelodon graveyard?
Maybe similar, not identical. It's because those were white. Those are like alabaster.
Yeah. Okay.
How does it
Are we-
compare to the material of the milk axe that I wield?
Yeah, that's it. So that would be white. So that material is more likely similar to the ones at the Platybelodon graveyard, but not here.
Okay.
Brian, when you pause to look around, you see the area, like this area shifts unnaturally.
See, jungle tactics.
What do you want to do, Brian? You can talk if you can hear me, hopefully.
I think Brian's having lag problems or
Okay.
something.
You see something move unnaturally. The foliage shifts like something is there.
Smells like chicken.
Volgar, you can move up there if you want. I think Gabe's trying to get you too, or
I know. I'm sure he is. No, I haven't seen anything worth getting in a fight with yet. I'm gonna let the scouts and the skirmish folk do their jobs. Hold the line.
Phelan, you can see. It looks like
Yeah.
there's some detritus or something along this log and kind of draped on it on the other side.
Like human remain, like organic remains, or like
No, it looks more like clothing. When you kind of are looking at it from here, Dougal, it's recognizes it maybe. It looks like kind of a white cloak or something.
Is it fur?
No, you don't think it's fur. It's just like a rumpled cloth that's been hooked on
Oh
something.
shit!
yes.
That's
Talk
I
to me,
forget the
Dougal.
name, but that's Sylvan cloth, I think. Is that what it looks like to me?
Yeah. What is the crowbar group doing?
I hear someone like, furiously typing away at a keypad.
that,
I'm sending out a missive. Send help fast.
that was me typing out what Sylvan Cloth is.
There's still no sign of any guards or anything like that.
No sign of gods, but you men, the gods of men.
I mean,
Gods of adventure.
I know you meant
Uh,
guards. I mean, yeah, I know you meant guards.
yeah. No, all good, all good. But I'm glad there's no gods anywhere either. What about and the muling? How's that?
You think it's
That comes from
definitely
the cave,
coming from
right?
these dudes over here?
Yeah, they can't see us or anything. Like how high is the palisade?
Yeah, it must only be about 5 feet high, but you can just kind of see their heads slowly moving around in there, and they're just kind of. That's old man
And do
sounds.
man sounds, not like zombie sounds or.
I don't know. Sometimes you're
Yeah,
not going to
look
be able to
at-
tell the difference.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Move, dwarfs. What's his move? Like, jeez. Hey.
Alright. Well, let's start heading over this way. There's some movement from up top. I'm gonna
I'm
get
actually going to
my
step forward that way. Because I think there's movement from this side.
yeah. I'm gonna get my 10-foot pole. I don't know if I'm close enough yet.
I think that's wise. We're about to get into an ambush, I think.
All right. I'll go with the older Rornsman's advice there and keep my sword in hand.
I'm more worried about your shield in hand.
I got that too.
Okay.
Oh, I see what you mean with the 10-foot pole. Yeah. All right. Man, this jungle tension is killing me.
Every game of Kalmatta feels like that opening scene in We Were Soldiers and We Were Young, with the French, the bugler. I always feel like I'm going to be the bugler. Like,
All right. So, Crowbar, you can see the foliage shift a little bit, and an arrow. You can just see an arrow peeking out in front of you up there, right here. What do you do?
So Crowbar screams, "It's a trap!"
It's a trap. Is that it? Okay. So as a thief, you have. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, you have sneak attack.
Yeah, and you don't have to use a dagger to do it. You can do it with a bow.
They just can't know you're there.
Yeah, you just have to be hidden. So I wanted you to know that. All right. So he yells, "It's a trap," doing his best, General Akbar. What do you guys do? Phelan, what do you do?
General Akbar.
It's not General. Did I fuck it up?
Admiral.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is. I mean, I'm pretty sure he called out some traps before that too, right?
Okay, let's just play the game.
So, how tall is this log here? How defensive would this log here be?
It would help for sure. So Thulgar looks like
Yeah.
he rushes up.
yeah, I'm getting toward the log. I'm going to be there.
Phelan, what are you doing?
Shield wall along the log. In fact, I'll yell shield wall along the log.
Because you give up pluses to armor class due to cover, right?
Yeah.
Hobbs. Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Shield wall behind the log.
Everyone rushes towards the log.
We get on it and try to roll it with our feet. like
Okay,
ambush
so
act.
this is what you guys should know. So you guys see that pit trap that you guys all ran into over there?
Yeah, I see it.
Ooh, a pit what's got spikes in it. Oh shit. It's not oh my bad. I totally misunderstood the situation. He's
Yeah, no,
not.
we were.
It's Salvin. Why are the Salvin kidnapping humans?
They're scummy bastards and they need to be put down.
But there's good Salvin too. I
Oh.
mean, I did really piss off some Salvin a while ago.
I just put these guys on the wrong layer. Hold it a
It
second.
was a misunderstanding when it was during that Anthers adventure.
So, Nick, you're the caller. Matt, you're a new player. So why don't you you can be initiative person. And if you lose, then we'll switch it over to somebody else.
So what do we roll for initiative?
It's just
Oh,
a D6. Just a straight D6.
3.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't like what I just wrote. All right, I got a 1. Nick, I'm not sure. Only one person needs to roll. It's group
Oh,
initiative.
sorry. Yeah.
Yep.
Matt. Yep.
Yep.
I
And
gotta
Matt.
step up for a second.
Just practicing.
Sorry.
All right. So for it looks like Thulgar, Rune, and Bullwood all rush over this pit trap when they rush up here. So you guys need to make a let's see, a dex check at -4. So /R space 1d20, and then you can just do your, or you can just click your stat if you can in this game. Your stat is just 4 less than it was. All right, Rune fell in. What's your, so it wouldn't be a -4 to your roll. It would be a +4 to your roll, right? So 18 is a failure. Thulgar made it.
Fulgar aces it with like.
So
technically a
Thulgar sees
critical.
as the other two jump out, and he leaps onto the log, axe in hand, moon axe in hand. But unfortunately, Bullwood and Rune fall into this pit trap.
I'll protect you while you scramble out, lads.
All right, and so this is what you guys are going to take. 5 points of damage, falling in there and being stuffed up by these punji sticks. Poor Matt. He's like, "Oh, why did I ask what happens if we die fast?"
Bullwood has been impaled.
All right, so Rune and Bullwood have fallen into this large pit trap.
It's unfortunate.
That is
The
unfortunate.
last Raunish countryman.
So Matt, it looks like there's 2 dudes over there that you could maybe play if they would allow that. It's up to that. So these guys moved Crowbar. Do you say you want to fire some arrows? Crowbar.
Yes, Crowbar and Gulof will open up on the bushes.
Go ahead.
I'll go with Crowbar and his sling missile weapon.
Go for it, brother.
Boom. I think it worked.
Nothing came through yet.
Well, we've already
Am I
lost
at
a
plus
fresh-faced
one
warrior.
for short range? GM Hobbs?
Is it short?
I believe it was less than 30 feet for me. 30, 40 feet.
30 feet exactly. So if that's what your range is, then yep, it's short. Go for it.
+1. +1. Submit. Hit AC 5 for 2.
That is a hit, good sir. But he is not slain.
Gulof will use his short bow and an arrow. I don't have a character sheet for him.
Yeah, just put
I'll just
/R
roll.
1d20. His Thaco is 20.
Okay. $1d20. He rolls a 6.
That's a miss.
Okay.
Anybody else do anything?
Up on the
Bow
hill or
wise?
down here.
I had Erdis over here.
Yeah, what's Erdis gonna do?
She's gonna move up and bow.
So she's like right
Or-
behind a tree. I don't know if you see
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Can she do that?
Yeah.
Okay, crossbow.
That's where the pit is. Thank you. I'm just kidding.
Ha!
Go ahead.
Got me. I like how I had all these legendary, like really kick-ass henchmen that died, and my henchman with the worst stats I've ever had made it.
Yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes.
That's Kalmatta, baby.
Sometimes the
Baby.
scumbags win.
All right, so this guy didn't get his trap off because you guys were warned by Crowbar.
Thanks, Crowbar.
Unfortunately, two guys still died and nothing's happened yet.
Oh, sorry, Matt.
Both our fresh-faced warriors who fell into the pit are dead?
Yeah,
Well, that just
Well, would-
adds to the glory of Thulgar. That's all I got to say.
yeah, that was a deadly trap. All right, is
Can these characters do anything over here?
you guys moved already?
Oh, I didn't know that was initiative. 'Cause I
Yeah,
haven't moved
it
in
kind of
initiative
was.
yet.
It
We
kind of
rolled
was.
initiative though, and I hadn't acted.
Yeah. So what do you want to do?
I want to rush them
Go ahead.
because then they can't range fire on us. So I believe I can move up to twice and attack, but then I get a -2 penalty on my AC.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. So
Spirit.
come up
I'll
here
join. If I can join them, yeah.
and I'll attack this guy.
Go ahead, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna charge.
I think it's 1.5 times. It's not twice your move. It's 1.5
Uh-huh.
times your movement. Are you still in that range, Dougal?
It was 30. My range is 20. So,
Yep. Perfect.
5. Yep.
so I'll attack the one up here. And there's not a bonus on charging, right? It's just
It's double
was
damage.
there?
It's automatic double damage.
double damage. That's right.
But if they
And
set a
you
spear to
roll the double
charge,
damage.
then you would take double damage automatically.
Are they all knocking arrows? Is that right?
Yeah.
So 18 damage to this guy.
All right. He's still up. No, I'm just kidding.
So I just rush him with a wild lunge with my sword.
You can cleave.
Great. This one isn't double damage, is it?
No. Fulgar, which one are you hitting? This one?
Yeah, the one straight in front of me.
This
Oh,
one?
I see. No, northeast. You're no, the one to the northwest.
All right.
The
Good.
first one you do. So
I'm lagging a bit.
Yeah,
so
me
I
too.
probably took-
So Phelan missed. Your second attack missed, Dougal. Fulgar
Okay.
hit, roll damage. What was that? You rolled twice? Oh. I
Yeah,
see.
can you see what
It's
I'm
lag, yeah. Oh, that's enough,
Rune is
Fulgar.
dead?
He's dead.
Oh, cool. So I wanted to hit him up against the palisade. So with the milk axe, it chops his head clean off.
All right,
As I
perfect.
pin him against the
Oh.
walls.
Nice.
I just killed the palisade somehow.
Well, that's my intent as well. Then these scummy, desperate humans can run. Run! Run for your lives!
And Jay, you get advantage on that damage roll in the future, don't you?
I don't know. But it was enough to kill him, so.
Yeah, like I thought at Battle Axe you always go last in the initiative, but you get advantage on damage.
That's true.
Okay. I will roll another damage.
No, it's already. It doesn't matter. He's dead already. In this case, it doesn't matter because he's already dead. All right. So what's Anila doing? Anything?
Yeah, so the guys that fell into the pit, they are dead beyond any help.
Rune isn't necessarily dead beyond any help, but Bullwood definitely is.
She's gonna try to pull him out of the pit.
So
How
how
to
you
do
gonna
that?
how you gonna do that?
How deep is the pit?
It looks like they spent some time digging this son of a gun, so it's about 8 feet deep.
Um, okay, so she's gonna climb down carefully and try to help him.
Okay, so our let's make her roll, Matt. So make a death save. You're a dwarf, right?
Dwarves have those good saves. Oh yeah, baby.
All right. So
Hey,
yeah, Rune is
nice.
actually you see he's alive, so you can help him out.
Okay, so she's gonna climb down there. After checking him, she's gonna cast invoke the power of Ninkasi. Um, pour some holy beer over his
Mm.
wounds.
Hmm.
And pray
Mm.
for um, his good health.
Awesome. So roll a d20 and a d6, Matt. Ooh, that's pretty good. And you're casting a cure light wound spell on him, right?
Cure wounds. Yes, yes.
All right. So yeah, you it's the last thing that you recall was you felt like you were in a dwarven tomb, but it was way too big to be a tomb. So you're quite sure that it was actually like just some kind of vault that has been lost to time, and some kind of roiling man that's a part. It looks like a man, but he just has different flesh pieces hanging off of him. The intestines are hanging out, and he was large, maybe like 10 feet tall, between 8 and 10 feet tall, and it just is like he's moving forwards, and you're like have a silent scream. You waken, and Anila is over you trying to feed you some beer, and that's it.
A vault, huh?
Hmm.
Vault of the Island Jewel Clan.
Maybe
No any beer. It's holy beer.
that's right. So did you? How much did you heal him?
That's sorry. Uh, that's 1d6 plus 1. Okay.
Nice.
5.
Nice. So you're at
One.
5. You're back to you're just a quick drink, and you're good to go. It's the right kind of beer.
And Jason,
Yes.
Betis is firing his crossbow toward this guy.
Perfect. Do it. That's good because
Yeah.
he seems to be fumbling with something and saying words that kind of you can't quite understand what they are as they change in
Okay.
cadence and volume in another way. You're not even sure what
It,
the other way is, but
that's short range for the
60 feet? I don't know. You just
crossbow.
have to check.
Yeah.
Yeah, just looking at crossbow. Yes, it's
So crossbows can
8.
only fire every other round because it takes a round to
Hmm.
load them.
Okay, but
S-
it's yes, it's short range because
Perfect.
it's 80 feet.
You get a +1.
Uh,
Oh, maybe he's too. He's,
Misses him.
damn it. Okay.
So yeah, he reaches into his pouch here. Let me see. Uh, Dougal, make a save versus spells. Ooh, a success. Nice. So like he threw some vines and they almost seem to like float strangely, and they try to get purchase on Dougal, but he quickly feels them like filaments of spider web or something, and reminds him of being in a net by the
Or It probably reminds me of that time I almost died being trapped in the Vine Colossus.
Yeah, so that comes on him, and he's just like, ah! And this guy backs up slowly.
Oh, he's not getting away.
I like how Hobbs adds the slowly to make sure that we know he's doing the retreat action, so he doesn't get attacked.
Can we get a? We don't get an. Oh, we don't get an automatic attack for disengagement.
No, because he withdrew. Yeah, that was the
Mhm.
he's getting used to all my tricks.
I play with you too much, man.
Too much or just the right amount?
Mm-hmm.
How raised up is this magic user?
When you say raised up, what do you mean?
I mean, how high is the elevation?
Oh,
on the,
that one's higher. Like I said, 10 to 15 feet up there.
10, 15 feet. Okay.
Yep. Initiative, Matt.
One.
One. How unfortunate. So this guy runs. Hey! This guy runs as well. Whoa, what the heck is going on? Did they do something different with the pan again? Because my stuff is going crazy. So these guys run off into the woods. What do you guys do?
Fulgar is going to run over here and make sure there's not any more melee participants that want to come at us.
Doodle's gonna climb up to the idol.
Cut me, bitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb up as well.
All right. What are you guys doing over there, Brian? Move on up. Okay. What about Anila and Rune and poor Bullwood that charge so much?
It's gonna check the pen, people inside.
All right. So yeah, you can see that it's got a wooden planks, part of these branches that are just woven together. Everything seems very natural. And it's easy to open it because when you see inside, the guys, they seem emaciated, and all of them seem to be they have long hair and beards or have overgrown and just mostly nude, just like whatever. It's obvious the jungle has been ripping apart their clothes, and they haven't done anything about it. You can see like some of them are, most of the wounds are infected, and they have these tendrils. It looks like vines and stuff are coming out of their temples and just kind of dragging along the ground as they kind of move around. You can see that they have, urinated and bowel movement on themselves, defecated without, taking any care. Bits of food hang from their beards, and their eyes seem kind of out of it.
So that should give us an idea of how long they've been there, the level of defecation.
Those
So, when you say tendrils, is it like they're wrapped in tendrils, or is it growing out of them or growing around them? These plants.
Out.
I'm gonna try to talk with one of them a bit distance, 3 to 4 feet away from the palisade, and ask him how long he's been in here. How long has he been here?
They're unresponsive. So up at the idol, it does.
No hope.
So you think about what you're going to do, Gabriel. Up at the idol, it looks like kind of a shaft of tannish gray stone has jutted out of the top of this embankment, and it's kind of twisted, but it does come together at a point. It's about 5 feet around. What are you guys doing up there? You don't find any silverite swords up there, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, I was asking if they had any silverite weapons on them when we saw them.
No.
I'd like to look closely at the idol. Any inscriptions or anything like that? Any writing? or
No,
carvings?
you don't find anything. Oh, but there was all this foliage around. It looks like
Yeah.
the foliage is actually like attached to vines, and it looks like you could pull this up maybe and make a cover that would camouflage anything under it.
So I will get out my 10-foot pole now and start. So it forms like a cover underneath it. I want to start. Yeah, good idea, Dougal. Hang on, let's get some 10 feet here. And, and I want to start kind of lifting the cover up. The first thing I'll do actually with the 10-foot pole is kind of touch down the plinth, just kind of tap it around, and then work my way down to the vines, and then lift them up. I'm going to lift them up away from Dougal and myself, potentially over that ledge there.
The netting, you mean, or?
The netting. You said there's like a netting, like a vine covering thing.
Yeah, yeah. You kind of pull
Yeah.
it away from it, and it easily moves away.
All right. And what is revealed underneath?
Just the lower portion of the jutted out rock. It looks like it's hard to tell if it's actually been placed here or it's been here so long that the jungle has started to grow around its base. So it was
Okay.
just kind of in a clump. It almost looks like it doesn't look like it was hiding anything, but like maybe they used this to hide the idol.
Okay. All right.
Does,
So,
does the idol have any veins running through it, you said before?
No, it's just kind of a mottled tannish gray.
We don't have any wizards with us. Any Baggio.
uh, um, and it's the base where it emerges from the rock.
What about it?
Is there anything different about it? Is there anything different from the main structure?
Oh shit! Stupid cat. Cleo just tried
Well,
to brain herself with this lamp.
here, I guess Dougal knows a few things about the obelisks in general. I'll just say them in case they're helpful. This
Yeah,
is
tell me more,
different.
Dougal.
This is different than the ones I've seen before. But out towards this more the center inland of the island, there's a great graveyard of ancient beasts, platydellians, dinosaurs, mammoths, and out there are obelisks. And we have found other things underneath Kalmatta before. And my wizard friend tells me that there are ley lines which crisscross this whole island. And we have interrupted foul rituals of creatures attempting to use the ley lines before, and I believe the obelisks crisscross the ley lines as well. So perhaps this is a nexus of magical energy that they were using. I'm not a wizard, that's only a guess.
All right. Well,
Without a wizard, this might not be useful to us.
Yeah, so any money, any advance money that you gave them the first day, and any advance money is spent immediately by the henchman. What else did he have? Bullwood.
Bullwood had a longsword, a dagger, a spear, leather armor, and a shield.
Yeah, you can pass that equipment out however you want to.
All right. Maybe that.
Yep. Anila's gonna grab some holy water and try to sprinkle that on these people inside the pen. See if it has any effect on them.
It does not.
Okay.
This is Sylvan magic. It's nature magic, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, are you checking out that corpse over there, Crowbar?
Yes, is that long? Or is this what kind of bow was it? Is it any good?
It's a short bow. He has a number of regular arrows, but he also has some arrows that have a very different type of tip on them.
Is it jagged and silver, perhaps?
It is.
How much is the number of arrows?
It looks like he has 6 regular arrows and 3 of silverite tipped arrows.
Nice.
Oh, and all the
And a short
corpses.
bow.
Yeah, all the corpses also have some of these strange pieces of metal that Dougal is calling silverite. He can tell you that to the Sylvan, they're worth much more than they are to regular people because they have a way of using it to forge them into weapons.
Samurai weapons act as like +1 weapons, I think, but if you roll a 1 or a 20, they shatter.
Yeah, they're destroyed. So you find 20 pieces of silverite.
Okay.
Nice. After tapping around at the base of this plinth, I'm gonna kind of dig around in the dig around and see if there's any soil or anything loose underneath. I'll just search by hand, I guess.
All right, so as you're looking around, you see a couple places that look like they have some disturbed soil, like over here, and then like over here.
Well, I keep back. That might be a trap, but
Yeah, I'm gonna. So you said here and here. I'm gonna bring the 10-foot pole over there and start tapping around. See if I can find if it's a pit trap or.
Roll
I'll
a
help
D.
him with my.
Roll a
I'll help him with my
D6.
spear.
Awesome. So you guys are dead. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
He always says that.
I
He never means it.
I don't. I thought I'd already killed Matt, but no. Matt, what are you doing?
Am I stuck in this pit forever?
No,
Or
they
can
helped
I
you out.
climb out?
Anila
Oh,
helped you
okay.
out. Yes, you survived, but you're still stuck in the pit forever. I'm just kidding.
Well, I wouldn't want to try to climb out of that pit by myself if there was a chance of falling back on the spikes and dying again.
No, you can get out. I wouldn't do that. Not on purpose, anyway.
Are we gonna leave Bullwood in here?
I was gonna say she's gonna give him the last rides and ask for anyone to help her at least
Yeah, we
cover him
absolutely
with
need to.
rocks or whatever.
I'm wondering.
So-
We can kind of clear away the spikes, and this could be a. We could make it into a burial cairn if it doesn't look too.
Just break the bungee sticks, and then it's a grave.
Yeah, we'll try and. I will clean them up a bit as best I can, and I will sing a lament from Rawn, where Bullwood will never go, but hopefully his spirit flies free there.
Nice. Perfect. Is Dougal undoing the other area that you saw that had unturned earth?
Yes.
All right, so you pull out. It looks like it almost looks like a log, like a raw wooden box.
Thief. I need you.
Not in that way, Brian. Jeez.
I set the thing down. So I called the crowbar the thief and asked him to get up here and help me with this box. I don't know if you can hear me.
Does the thief comply?
He's typing. Okay.
Who's asking for me?
Dougal. I found a chest. That's thief work.
Oh. Sweet. So I'll approach the chest.
Are you climbing
Get
up
my
the
mic
side,
on.
or what route did you take to get up there?
Oh, is the chest on top of something?
Yeah, that's like a hill that's up there. So this side here is steep and difficult to climb. You can climb it if you want. The others did, but I'm just asking. Or you can go around if you'd like to.
Well, I'm assuming I just went the way I went.
That's what I'm asking you. Which way did you go? I can't see where you go. I only see where you drop your token. I don't see the route of your token.
Oh, I would
Sorry,
have.
Jason. Would you like me to? Oh, sorry.
Just like
Would you
this
like
way.
me to redo my route down to the burial, or
Would
Sure.
you're right with
would
that?
have went like that.
Just like that,
Just
bro.
kind of hopped over the log. Yes.
Oh, okay. That's Brian's. All right, nice. Okay, cool. So what? Like I say, this
Yes,
looks
my
kind of
little
like
turtle.
a log that's it was a log, but it's been carved straight from like the living wood. But it has like some kind of hinges in the back. The wood itself seems to be melded in a way on the back that you feel like you could open the front of it if you wanted to.
Okay. Uh, I'm close enough to it. I wanna look around the chest itself for a second.
Okay. So I kind of gave you what it looks like. He's already like he dug it out, and I'm assuming like scraped the dirt away from it. I'm assuming you pulled it
Yeah,
out of the hole,
yeah,
Dougal.
yeah.
So
I
it's just
pulled
kind
it
of
out. I
sitting on the
brushed it
grass
off
up
to
there
see
by
what it
this.
is.
Yeah.
And when I see it's a chest, I call the thief over.
Okay. So I'm just here to open it. We'll
Yeah.
go ahead and search for traps.
Okay, so you're just gonna like feel your hands over it, seeing if you can find anything weird or what.
Well, I'll visually inspect it first.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So go ahead and make your roll.
Yeah. Here we go. Submit.
Go ahead, Matt. We're waiting for this to submit. You can just tell me what you're doing.
What was that?
Oh, I just missed it.
Oh, I didn't know if you could see it or not. So as you visually look, you don't really see anything, and then when you start to kind of slightly feel around, like up underneath where you would undo the latch or shift it around to try and open it, it looks like some sort of razor blades have been placed in there. So make a save versus death.
Oops.
We won't fill that
Death.
can yet. Nice.
All right, so your touch was so light upon the razor blades that you only take half damage from it.
Well, how about that?
1 point of damage is all you take. Congratulations, good work. But now you've finally went over everything, and you feel like all you have to do is open it without putting your hand in that area where the sharpened area is.
All right. I'll open it up, making sure not to touch that area again.
All right, so it's actually filled. I shouldn't say filled, but in the cavity inside, it has a few different things, including more of these chunks of silverite.
Nice.
All right, it looks like there are about 60 of them, 60 chunks of silverite. There's a sword that's in there, and there's also a scroll case.
There's your sword.
All right.
Is it a
I
silverite
will.
sword?
It is, but it's different. It's Go ahead.
I will pull the sword from the makeshift chest, GM Hobbs.
Oh yeah.
Boom, there it is. Next, I'll take out the scroll case.
Okay.
Can I just check? Is someone keeping track of loot so far?
Yeah, I am.
Thank you.
Are you handing the scroll
I
case?
kept track of the stuff that Crowbar took, but I haven't been keeping track of the silverite pieces. I do have a sack, though.
I've been keeping
I
track
have a
of
large sack that we can put it in. All right.
Could we
So I have
appoint
a
you
large
treasurer?
sack that will put the.
Are you are you giving the scroll case to Anila to look at, or
If she comes over to get it, I give it to her, and I have no use for this big sword either. But I'm shoving the silverite into that large sack.
okay?
Can I take the can I take the sword? I've been trying to get a magic sword for like 15 sessions.
That's all you've been trying to do. Give away everything
take
else that you
sword.
have. No, I'm just kidding. I got a bio. You guys talk it out.
Beg a little more. Grow well.
We had all those failed sessions to the Skeleton King's tomb so I could get this goddamn sword.
And we just found one on the way to the
We
adventure.
wanted to record it. Come on.
That's how Aaron got his like magic staff too. Is he found it in like a freaking spider's nest.
So, sorry, did someone say they had been keeping track of? I didn't miss who it was.
Yes, I am.
Oh, thanks.
We have 80 silverite, 3 silverite arrows, the sword, and the scroll case.
Excellent. So, Dougal, can we appoint you treasurer for the?
Sure.
What say the? I don't know how treasure normally goes in the group in terms of dividing it. I mean, I'm happy to. It sounds like we have to give it to someone.
It's by group. Generally, we split most things down the middle, or
Down the middle.
I'd be happy if people want me to take if in order to get the sword I need to give up my share of the silverite or whatever treasure we get. I'm happy to do that.
That's okay.
What say the party?
Yeah, he can get the sword, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy for him to have the sword.
Yeah.
He's a strong sword arm, and we want him. All right, Dougal, the sword is yours.
Thank you.
So the underside. Oh,
lives.
sorry.
Possession of a fine sword.
The underside of this is does have some markings on it.
What do they say? Or I can't read them, but what do they look like?
They look strange to you. They're just like carved on the underside of the lid of this makeshift chest.
Oh, on the chest. Got it. I thought you meant on the sword.
Nope.
Okay, the sword's name is now Witchbane.
Okay. All right. So what do you guys do now?
Has anyone tried talking to these Vine
They are unresponsive.
unresponsive?
Yep.
So, I mean, what say you, gentlemen and ladies? Is do they look? What would the do they look like they can be saved, or do we take them from their despair?
We haven't tried cutting out the vines or anything yet.
Probably.
Anila, do you have any thoughts? You know the healing arts.
I rather use my healing on someone that has a chance.
Hmm. You don't think they have a
I don't
chance? I
think
guess
they
is that
have.
what I'm asking.
I don't think they have.
We could take them back to Cindenon.
Well, can we remove these vines from them without killing them?
You could try.
All right.
We can try to get one out of the pen and hold it. So if you hold him, and I can examine.
All right. I will take Bullwood's sword.
Looks like
Oh, no,
someone
someone
already
else is
took
gonna-
it, and gave it to
Yeah,
someone
I'll
else.
take my sword, and I will cut. I will start cutting as distant as I can from, and maybe kind of wrapping some cloak around my mouth, looking out for spores. I'm going to start cutting around the vines growing into this.
You're using a sword to try and cut vines on this guy's head.
Or on his head.
Yeah, they're like in his temples.
Yeah, they're only
Oh, man.
here.
All
I
right,
mean, that's
dagger
what I
it
said.
is.
Let's bring one out. One of them only. You guys hold him down, and I can examine.
If you grab one of the tendrils on one side of his head and pull, does it come out? Does it come out the other?
I'm not up to grabbing with a hand yet. I'm going to use the dagger and see what happens if I
All right, so I'm getting kind of mixed signals. One guy said something, and Gabriel keeps saying something, but I don't know if you guys can hear each other or not, or what.
I'm not sure. I think Gabriel's giving me advice. I'm not
Okay.
sure that he's in the enclosure. And seeing as I'm the one with the dagger in my hand, I mean, Anila, would you like to take over?
Yes, please.
All right. There you go. I defer to you and Nkasi's wisdom in this.
Okay, so if you guys gotta hold him down so he doesn't move, I can examine him and try to
Alright.
remove things.
All right, that sounds fair enough. I'm going to hold him down, but I am wrapping my cloak around my mouth and nose.
Okay.
Okay, so Anila, why don't you make a wisdom check?
Okay.
Well, I got their back. If any type of like vine thing from their heads tries to grab them while they're in the pen, I will use my hand axe to chop it.
Okay,
Nice.
so Anila is there and close and slowly starts to kind of pull it out, and it almost seems like as it comes out, it's like pulling a weed or a plant out of the ground. It seems like the tendrils or the roots of this vine have actually sunken into the flesh, and they kind of ooze blood. And their holes aren't huge that they come out, but once you kind of pull one of them all the way out, the guy's eyes kind of flutter, and he starts to have some semblance of oh, what and then he kind of slowly passes out, but he is breathing steadily, but he does seem hungry. But he seems like that you've removed the vines and brought him back to whatever senses he has left.
Does it make a
well-
sucking sound when you pull out the root?
Sure, absolutely.
Well done, Anila. Shall we
Okay. So
move to the next patient?
yeah, let's repeat the
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 procedure.
procedure.
Yeah,
the
so-
procedure. We have a procedure now.
Yeah, you guys.
We have-
Great.
It just takes some time, and you can successfully do it. You don't have to roll again or anything.
okay.
So they've or any of they've all passed out though.
Yeah,
Is
they
that
obviously
the-
have succumbed to lack of food, dehydration, and starvation. But well, obviously they've been standing, for a very long time in here, regardless of their muscles or anything else. It seems
Well,
like
I
they
will-
were under some sort of compulsion or something.
So,
So I have. You go, Gabriel.
how long they're gonna it's gonna take for them to recover? I mean, at least to walk.
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
you should be able to, within a day, if you gave them some food and took care of them for a day, they should be okay.
Okay.
If you wanted to help
Should-
them along, less than that.
Well, we got some food off of
From Bullwood.
Yeah, he's
I've
dead.
got. Yeah, I had food to feed Bullwood. Perhaps
So
his death may not be in vain.
Okay. We
So let
use Bullwood's rations to feed them, and
it's
then
gracious of
tiny
you,
tiny
Jay.
bits so they don't die from eating all at once.
so I'll cross off 3 rations.
Sure.
They can be our new torchbearers.
Now,
From one slave master to another.
Yeah. Hold the bright end up.
Yeah, it's you figure that it's at the cusp between afternoon and evening.
all right. So
We
it
can
looks
probably
like
get him back to Sinanor.
yeah. Do we have Are we able to get back there? Probably not today if it's
No.
off cusp of afternoon and evening. Do we want to fortify here? We have a palisade.
They
Or-
also know where. They also know this location though.
That's true.
Yeah, they know it well. They could be other
So-
pit traps around.
Yeah.
The Sylvan are all over Kalmatta. They're like a native species here, and
Filthy, like fleas.
they can either be extremely helpful. They're Sylvan in the freaking tavern in Kalmatta, or they can be downright hostile if you trying to defy their customs. This is like the second or third time we've ended up fighting them, but I've also had them as henchmen before, so they're like
Okay.
humans. They're not monolithic.
You know, it's kind of like dealing with Native American Indians on the back in the day.
So, all right. So let's withdraw from this area. Oh, hang on, but we can't move them yet, right?
You
We
could
might not
carry
have an
them.
option. Shall we create like a litter to bear them?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, nice. All right, so
We can
we
We can use the planks from the palisade to make shift.
And the vine net that we
Yeah.
had covering the idol.
Yeah, you guys have all the stuff, so you can do it fairly quickly. It takes you about an hour to get some kind of thingers for these guys to carry around and triage them.
Can we- we'll put some of our sharp-eyed comrades, maybe Crowbar and a couple of others on watch, while we get that organized.
Yep,
Is that all right,
it's-
Crowbar?
Stelgar would take watch. He's
Okay,
always a good watcher.
Is it good?
He's gonna have to get on something like he's gonna look for like a high rock though.
No
He is
problem.
the shortest of the dwarves.
The keenest eyed, perhaps.
So Crowbar has
Alright.
been wandering around the area a little bit and feels that he's uncovered all of the pit traps.
Awesome.
Otherwise, you guys have these ready to move if you so desire.
Yep.
I mean, these 3 people with the things in their ears, they're dead weight, right? We're leaving them behind.
No, you guys have made
No.
travois for carrying them around. They've gotten the vines out of their heads. They seem responsive now, even though they do have a strange similarity in their looks. Maybe they're brothers. No, I'm just kidding about that. They're tokens, I mean. So yeah, they're ready to move if you want to feed them and take care of them.
Are they ready to speak?
No, not really. I mean, it's only been an hour.
Oh, right, yeah, okay. All right. So withdraw to. Oh, look, it really slows my quest to step in the chasm, but I think honor demands we withdraw them to Sindanor.
For what?
The dissenting voices in the party are welcome.
Yeah. No, that's my question. Why do we have a concern for these folks' plight? Aren't we headed towards the Griffin Tower?
Well, if we leave them, they'll just die. I'm not going to leave unarmed people here to die.
That
How
doesn't sit well with
far-
me either.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not that much effort. It's a day's travel tops.
Okay,
If it was
okay.
many weeks, then sure, maybe. But
All right.
All right.
Good.
Noted, Thulgar, but we will
Thank
draw.
you. Thanks for listening. That was nice. Everyone will
Thanks
get
for
that.
keeping
We
those
just kinda
eyes
help
out.
it.
Yeah.
All right,
I'll
so
go back to watch now.
Yeah.
So we got halfway there and we're turning back now. Is that right?
are you leaving there tonight, or are you camping in this area, or?
We're not going to camp in this area. We're going to withdraw, backtracking along where we've already come, and hopefully one of us more martially inclined spotted a defensible area along the way.
Like just a mile or so?
Yeah. Somewhere raised, perhaps. Somewhere for to put our dwarven watch person up.
Okay.
All right, so you guys move. You guys move away from the strange obelisk that possibly denotes a ley line. It's getting towards.
We gotta.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we have noted this location, right, map wise.
Mhm.
Here, I will do that for you.
Thanks, Thulgar.
I don't want to have to wander around and find this place again if we have to. But an obelisk. There you go. Yeah.
So,
Should I be able to see something?
what's that?
Should I be able to see a map at this point?
You should. Everyone else can, right?
Yeah,
Move
that's
around,
got
you'll
it,
find
yeah.
it. You'll
It's
find it.
huge.
It's huge, the biggest you've ever seen.
Does that help?
Thanks.
Okay, so yeah, you guys move about an hour.
¿Qué pasó ahora?
Yeah, let's get away and at least put some distance, and then we'll find a nice defensible campsite. We'll make it there.
Yeah, so you guys move about a mile away or so. It's getting into night. The sun is setting on the Plague Bay as the soft their rest seems peaceful, and you've dribbled water into their mouths and fed them a bit, and it's time for a camp. You find a decent spot in the jungle. What are you gonna do? Fire? No fire?
Well, Thulgar is going to try to do as much watch as he can because obviously the dwarves have infravision, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're only a mile away. What about a cold camp for the night?
And then
Okay.
get up real early.
Yeah, because we want to make this as quick as we can, and then head back into the jungle. I think if we can.
All right. So nothing happens during the night. You guys make it back to Sindanor. You're just like basically leaving them at the town gates, right?
Blackguard, you'll let them know what happened.
I'll pay for these guys. I'll pay 10 gold pieces to keep these guys at the inn,
Okay.
and because otherwise they're just gonna leave them, and
That's
they
true.
don't give a shit.
Yeah, so these guys, maybe we'll see what happens to them. We'll mark them down. They could become henchmen or something in the future, and then we'll figure that out.
We might want to talk to them and find later here.
We'll say that
Hear
the
their
next
story.
day, because I mean, you have been talking to them for a while. They used to be at a place they called Robert's Rest, which was kind of a pirate town on the southern edges of Sindanor. But they were out exploring with some hunters who were trying to bring down one of the giant megafauna on the island, and they had a problem. Most of them were killed, but these three, and they wandered around for a while until they found some of these Salvan, and they brought them to a city of black stone, where there were other humans and Salvan, and then they don't really remember much after that.
City of Blackstone.
Do they know? Would they be able to give us some indication of where that was?
They say that the people, other humans there, called it Zarabad.
Ah,
That's heavy duty stuff. I want a location on that.
has anyone been there before? And, I mean, I know like before 50 years, but
A while ago, a party left with some Salvan merchants, supposedly going to Zarabad.
but they were never heard from again.
That's correct.
Was that over a year ago, Hobbs?
At least.
That was like because I started playing Kalmatta a little over a year ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
So was it the Salvan who are looking for the city of Blackstone, or the
No, apparently that's where the Salvan live.
where they live, right?
All right,
Okay, are we going back out there?
so you guys should have used a ration for that day, right?
Mhm.
And so now it's midday, and you are at Sindanor.
Dump off our load.
So it looks
Sure.
like you have about 40 minutes left, or at least Gabriel does, unless some of you guys want to stay longer. What's the plan now? Heading back out, staying here for the night? What?
Well, you who know the way the session works, I mean, I'd be keen to head back out, but I don't know how reasonable that is in terms of time, like real time.
Yeah, do you guys know how it works when the session's over?
Are we okay to be left out in the wilderness when the session comes to an end?
No.
Okay. Thank you. Good rule, Hobbs. Good rule.
Is a good rule.
It is.
The few times I've done that, it's really screwed those characters.
What is in?
Yeah, you're out of. Yeah.
No, we'll definitely come back. What's in 5649? Do we know?
5649, 5649.
Right next to the obelisk. Is that where
Oh.
is that where we encountered them on the
furrows.
hill? No, that was farther back.
Guys, if I can drop out here that we are in Sindanor, and you can keep exploring.
That seems a bit rough.
No, that's okay. It's perfectly.
Yeah, do
I
you guys
don't, I
want
don't
to?
want to, because if we set up if we go out now, I have to leave like we're in the middle of something, and that would
Yeah,
be
that would be.
so you guys can keep going, and Anila will stay in Sindanor, probably preaching of Ninkasi to these three
Nice.
guys that we rescue.
Yeah, there you go.
I can go
Keep an eye on them, right, in the tavern.
I
Yeah,
can go
probably.
for an hour and 40, but in terms of making sure everyone gets, I'd be happy to do something shorter so that Gabriel gets to stay around. So
It's your call if you wanna go out.
You're the
with
caller,
everyone
yeah.
else.
Here,
You're not a healer.
can I offer some advice then?
Yeah, please.
If we want to play for about 40 or 30 more minutes for Gabriel, what we want to do something that will give us XP. See how these hexes nearby have explored?
Yeah.
That means they've been fully explored. Someone took the action to spend the time exploring them. And that gives you XP when you explore them, right, Hobbs?
I don't remember. We'd have to look at the thing.
Or am I'm not confusing that for the I know that was also a thing in
You're thinking of Forlorn Shores. It doesn't give you any more XP, but if you have enough of them, then the area will change from. It still will change. I still do that from the because right now you're in total wilderness to borderland, and then to frontier, and then to
encounter chance is lower.
yes.
What if we head back out, and if Gabriel wants to hang about a bit, he could play a henchman, and if he leaves Anila behind, would that be like a compromise, which kind of keeps it fun for everyone?
I don't care. Whatever you guys want to do.
Okay, yeah, that works for me.
All right,
That's
let's do that.
This ruin right here doesn't have an E.
Well, that yeah, no one's fully explored it, but we have been there before.
I'm
is
pretty
it?
sure it has been fully explored, actually,
Okay, so we don't have to worry about
because the
that
place collapsed. Remember, Eric?
Oh, was that the furrows?
Yes.
Oh, my bad. Yes, and it's collapsed. It has been fully explored. That quest is done. The demi liches are buried below.
Semi
Let's
liches.
Sorry, the semi liches.
Let's head back to the original quest, and if someone's happy to let Gabriel play a henchman so that Anila can stay. Um,
You want to play
I
my
think
level
that's
1
cool.
fighter?
I think that's great. I think that's a great compromise.
let's do that.
I think using henchmen like that is really smart.
Yeah, he's offered you to play Urtus, which is nice because that's a level 1 henchman. So a level 1 fighter, actually, not just a 0 level.
Great.
So are you guys heading out the next day, or should you split up the treasure that you have? So
We're gonna have to give some to the town guard too.
Yeah.
to Anila, yeah. So what do you have? 60 pieces or 80 pieces of silverite?
Yep.
So
a scroll case and 3 silverite arrows.
okay, I put in what the scroll case was.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Where...
I mean, I can give
or-
up my share of silverite for the scroll.
Yeah, he wants the scrolls. Is that all right?
I'll also give up my share of silverite for the sword.
That's
Okay.
if Anila only wants that, we don't have to worry about the rest. Oh, I guess for XP. So are you guys going to sell the silverite in town right away?
Yeah.
It's worth like 3 times as much, or double rather, if you sell it to Sylvan, just so you guys know.
Oh. 1 in the hand, though. It's worth 2 in the bush. Have you found Selvin to say it?
We've done it once
If we don't,
Alright.
successfully out in the woods. No,
Yeah,
Alright.
we've definitely
All right.
traded it to them.
if we
before.
don't need anything, let's keep that silver and sell it to where it's worth more later.
All right, all in favor?
I'm in favor. For
Sure.
more wealth.
All right. Done.
So what I'm going to do
And
is
then
give you XP for it right now, so you can do that. So it depends at the time on how much the merchants pay, and then it's worth more to Salvin, obviously. So you're not going to get Salvin XP, but you can get Salvin gold for it. So we're going to say it's 400 gold pieces. So it's 5 gold pieces a piece, and you had 80 of them, so it's worth 400. So you guys can split that up between 6 of you, and you get that much XP.
So 400 divided by 6. $66.6. Round up or down?
I don't care. Anila,
67.
you also get 100 XP, or everyone, you get 100 XP for the session for surviving per level. There's no XP for monsters or magic or anything else.
167 XP
You
for
will-
first level character.
You'll also get an additional 100 XP for finding the that obelisk.
That's per level as well, right?
Yep.
So 267
Yep.
for a first level character.
Pretty good.
Not bad. Off and running.
All right.
How much XP do you need to hit second level?
For a fighter,
Usually about 1,000,
For a
2,000.
dwarf.
2,000. Oh, for a dwarf, more 2,500 or 3,000.
Okay.
I'll tell you. It is 2,200.
2,200. A thief is much less than that, Brian.
It's like 1,200.
1,200 exactly.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, and don't forget your stat bonuses for XP
Yeah.
if you have it.
All right.
What are stat bonuses if we have those?
For a thief, it would be
Guess I can't
dex.
see them. Yeah, it says that, but what do I get? 10%?
Yeah.
Depends on your
I guess
stat.
that's what I can't see. Oh, maybe I should look at my character sheet. Huh?
It's not in your character sheet, is it? Is it on the
Well,
character
there's
sheet?
a place to
It's
write
not. It just says it says
It's in
XP
the-
bonus
It's in the
0%.
book. The book tells you how to do it, but yeah, there's a spot to write your XP
Alright.
bonus.
Guys, I have to bail out.
Oh,
Got
okay.
a Dragon of
Play with you, Gabriel.
Shadow of the Demon Lord game, and some players arrive early, so I gotta.
It's been a pleasure to meet you.
I'm here.
Thanks
Bye
for
bye.
playing.
Awesome seeing you,
Great
Gabe.
play.
Talk to you
Great
soon,
to
buddy.
play Kalmatta again.
Awesome.
Bye. Thank you, guys.
Great having you, brother.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So, an hour and a half. Shall we head out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So are you guys leaving the next day or then?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Same
So
plan.
Next day.
Hugging the coast. We maybe want to steer just a little bit clear of where we know the obelisk is.
yep, that's not a problem.
And then, yeah, hugging the coast up to 54.48. I'm assuming
Okay.
other interruptions. And then cutting north towards the chasm.
At 54.47.
Yep.
So you can see that you are like on a cliff now, high above it's elevated as you've walked along the coast.
Nice.
We'll keep an eye out for griffins.
10%, Brian. All right, as you move closer, you can see and you can kind of smell, along with the smell of the salty sea and the heavy jungle, you can also smell it's kind of a sulfurish fume. But it is almost nighttime now, right? So what we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Oh, I guess it's the next morning, actually. Sorry. So you can get about here in one day. You can still smell some kind of fumes. There must be a wind coming from the north.
Mm.
Now,
Seems to
is
go.
that consistent with the pit from what I've smelled before?
Yeah.
So it's rot and carrion as opposed to burnt and flames.
I think it's more like volcanic, like it's ancient,
Ooh.
like a big pit in the earth.
Ooh.
We'll see
Nice.
when we're very close by. When we get there, you'll see for yourself.
I would love to see that as a dwarf.
It's actually you're probably gonna dig it. It's pretty sweet.
Nice.
We discovered this location in the first session of Kalmatta I played, and we've never gone in
It sounds totally like Zardos.
it.
Not Zardos, Land Before Time.
Okay. I was like, oh shit, the Broodals.
No, not Zardos. That's wrong. That's wrong. It's more cavey and primitive.
Sean Connery in a diaper and a flying head.
Nope, that was the wrong call. That's not what I meant.
So, let's set camp here. Again, if we can, finding a defensive spot. We're happy to do marching orders, watches.
Yep, that's what I usually do.
Cool.
Just to slip through it quickly. Obviously, Anila isn't there, but now the day goes fine, and a morning rises on Kalmatta. Sunrise over the mountains,
If it wasn't so dangerous, this place would be beautiful.
without question. There is a heavy drizzle. Everything is wet and soaked and humid and hot and smelly. In the rain, you don't notice that sulfur smell. Sometime during the night, it seems to have abated.
When the rain
Never
started,
stop
perhaps.
raining and something.
Are you heading north?
All right, heading north.
Are you going all the way to the cleft?
Yes, but with considerably more caution.
Than you had
Closer
before.
to the cliff.
Everyone roll a d6.
And I don't think it's in this hex, but nearby there are quicksand pits.
Uh,
I don't think it's this hex, but it's around here somewhere. I don't know why it's not marked on the map, but we've
lead on, Dougal.
there is quicksand up in this area. I will tell you that.
I've been told there's no such thing.
All right, you first, dude.
It's like all fake, like it's like a urban legend or something.
All right, so Pheolan here's something ahead. It sounds like a strange keening and some guttural voices.
Ooh. I motion everyone to be silent. Keening, guttural voices. Do I make out the language?
It isn't one you recognize.
And the keening, does it sound like avian, bird-like in any way?
Possibly.
Probably freaking chameleon. Does
All
it
right.
sound chameleon, Hobbs?
Mm.
Chameleons live in this area. That's how I was curious.
You don't think it's chameleon either.
I hope it's not freaking griffin either. I hope it's...
Roll an intelligence check.
All right. Nope.
Yeah, you're not sure what it is.
So I'm going to whisper, if it's a griffin, the plan is to offer food and be respectful. If it's someone casting a spell, shoot it. And then we'll fill in the blank for the remainder.
Yeah, I'll tell you the things that I know that live in this area are lizard men. We call chameleon men, chameleon men.
Chameleon.
Chameleon man, chameleon like it.
Chameleon men?
Chameleon.
Chameleon man.
Chameleon. Stu Burles, his dwarf, his +3 sword is called the Chameleon Slayer. Never
Oh,
killed a chameleon before, but don't tell him it.
Will they talk to us, or do
Yeah,
they hate?
yeah. They're a faction just like the Sailman, but
all right.
Didn't they respond to food? Was that their
I
Achilles
don't
heel?
know. We've had bad dealings with them before.
We're going to try and be respectful of the locals, griffins.
Might be a giant insect too. Who knows? We should check that out.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, we said.
Oh,
Oh, shit, I moved you guys on accident. I wasn't supposed to move you. I was just moving myself. Sorry.
I'm in a tavern again.
I was like, and suddenly you're
dream.
back at the tavern.
Oh, thank God.
I swore I wasn't gonna stop in
was-
here after work.
It
Damn
was a dream. It was a dream.
It was all a dream.
All right.
We were just drinking
So,
and thought we were out in the jungle.
Let's shield and sword out, and do we want to
Ooh.
our roguey friend Crowbar, do you want to check it out, or would you rather we went as a en masse? Here's your chance for some heroics.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not.
Pull your weight,
I'm
kind
still
of thing.
refreshing the map.
Uh,
Okay, there we are. I see our tokens.
all right. Let's. So, what do you think, Crowbar?
So you can hear it now as it seems like it's ahead of you, between you and the cleft, and maybe a little bit off to your left.
Well, we've come this far. Let's see if we can approach it quietly. Oh, hang on, we've got a map. Sorry.
Crowbar's
Yeah,
not
the-
keen to take the lead.
That's fair enough. I think that the earlier plan worked pretty well, though. Do we smell a campfire? There's a campfire up there.
No,
Oh no. Okay, cool.
it's probably something from an old map.
They're all good. All good. Okay. So, if we form up our shield wall,
Mm-hmm.
Google, are you with me?
Yeah.
Bulgar. I'm just wondering if
It seems
we
like
send...
whatever's happening must be happening on the other side of those large rock formations that are to the north of you.
Far to the north there. Well, not too far, but I see it.
to the north
Fire.
and to the left, right?
And the
Alright.
right. Don't want to walk in between those.
Yeah. I'm wondering if we bring our shield wall round the right, that sort of pathway, and I'm wondering about having some ranged people hidden in the some ranged weapons hidden amongst the foliage.
heading that way, heading this way.
Yeah.
Crowbar might might try to get up on that rock and take a look though, but I'm not leading
Alright.
a charge.
Oh
No,
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 no!
we
Climbing
don't
up
ask
that
gonna
about
rock,
get you to
leading
do
a
that.
charge.
but climbing up on that rock would be, boss, man. Do it,
Yeah.
do it, do
Yeah,
it,
absolutely.
do it, do it, do it.
Okay, GM Hobbs, I'm gonna slowly climb up the back of this rock and take a look over there to that, I guess, a little campfire and whatnot.
Do you want to make your roll?
He seems to have brought Bullwood's corpse.
Oh shoot. Oh yeah. So this campfire's not here.
Oh,
I don't even know where you
no.
guys were talking about. I see it. I do reuse the maps, so
No, that's good.
because it's way quicker than having to reload them.
I like it.
Well, without a doubt, I would imagine.
But
Utility
these
maps.
rocks over here are where we're looking at, right?
That's where the sound's coming from, I think.
Yeah. Did you make your move silently roll?
No, but I will attempt it. Submit. Oh yeah, you did it. Look at
Yeah.
that
So
one,
you
GM Hobbs.
easily get up there, and without a sound.
That's what we like.
That's right.
Silent.
It's like I can't even
silent
hear.
What do
bomb.
I see?
So you don't see anything right in between here, but over farther to the north, you do see like a creature kind of like leap up, but it looks like it has ropes that bring it back down.
It's leashed.
You see it up there?
Yep.
I see it.
Ooh.
Okay, so I'll move.
So you can
back
hear it
down.
making a keening, like it's like, "Ee!" And then you can hear some guttural voices. There's a bunch of them though. It sounds like lots of sounds and activities going on up there.
Got it, GM Hobbs. It's good to be the thief. I'll move back and report what I've found. I tell him I saw some type of big creature to the north past those rocks, and I also heard some type of voices. There's more than just this big, nasty creature up there.
So does it look like someone's captured it?
I don't think so. But it could have been. I really didn't have a great look at it.
What type of creature was it? Can you describe it at all?
It looked like
It
part
looked big and
insectoid.
hairy with lots of legs.
Yeah,
Part insect, not totally insect.
possibly. Yeah, it's hard to
Part
see.
insect for sure.
Part insect describes the creatures from the rend that we're going to. That's for sure. They're not completely insect. They're kind of like mammalian and insect features blended.
Yeah.
Well,
It was sort of yellowish as well.
we're in the
Maybe it's a sentry it's been captured, and the keening is to alert the guttural voices. Who knows?
I'm torn because it might kind of delay us further from the main event.
You're on a time crunch.
Hmm.
I will say that, like, I don't know, I've played like 15 sessions of this game, and this is about what happens in half of them. And it's not a bad thing. It's just that,
Okay.
like, it's the journey and the destination sort of thing.
Well, I'm happy with the journey, and just as long as the
Yeah, you're not doing anything
Mike.
wrong. This is the game.
cool.
And there's nothing wrong with having a goal that you don't necessarily reach right away, as long as you have one. That's the real. That's the
Yep.
real killer.
Right? Just getting the wheels moving.
Well, I mean, I think I think it would be interesting to know what's if someone has captured this, maybe some allies against these creatures, maybe someone with some knowledge. So let's. I mean, the guttural. Do you know, Dougal, what the chameleon men sound like?
I don't think they make guttural sounds.
All right.
Do they hiss more? Do they do a hissing
Kind
sound?
of more.
I don't know. Hobbs might be able to say it, but
You don't think? Well, you made a roll and you failed it, so you didn't.
yeah, I failed. I mean, I've encountered them like 4 or 5 times. I'm not sure though.
So let's. My thinking is that we approach, but maybe in a similar way, with kind of a shield wall going forward, and maybe I'm just figuring out how to draw on this thing. Here we go. Freehand. Maybe is this like a screen which could be used for kind of a ranged attack group?
I don't see what you've drawn. Oh, my
That's a
roll
pity.
20s.
No, it's all right.
All right, now here it comes. It's just slow. Roll 20 is really slow.
Yeah.
So you drew something on roll 20. Oh, there it is. No,
Yeah.
mine's moving fast. I get everything like
Now it's here. Yep.
I'm thinking of moving. So the main group, we approach in this kind of pathway, and then perhaps if Crowbar wants to lead our ranged attack here. When I say lead Crowbar, I don't mean into combat. Just doing your using your thief skills to have a ranged line of attack there. How does that sound?
More nods.
All right.
Agreement.
Good.
Crowbar,
Let's
roll
do
a d6 for your ranged group. Move that ranged group over to the side, and the rest of you go to where you're going, because there's a pretty good cacophony going on up there. The chances of anyone spotting you guys is pretty slim.
Great. To me, fellows. Jason, do you like us to kind of move square by square?
It's not going to matter in this situation, so if that gives you some peace of mind.
a little bit, kind of, yeah. These guys are kind of sprinting along now.
Yeah.
Is this where we wanted to be?
What's this one down here? Who's he?
Oh, that was
You
that
had
was
a
Gabriel's
straggler?
man. That was Gabriel's man at arms. So I guess he's not even here.
Yeah, you would take his
Oh.
man at arms with him, right?
Yeah.
I'll
Alright,
take
well,
care
we
of
don't
it.
have him then.
Fucking Anthras.
So the majority of these dudes have poles with man catchers, but they have lassos, but they've captured some of these strange insectile part mammalians, and you can see there's a few corpses laying around smoking with like a orangish or greenish fumes kind of flipping off of them.
Anthros corpses or
Yeah.
insect corpses?
Anthrus corpses.
Anthros corpses. All right.
The majority of the anthros man catchers are currently occupied with.
They're all
something?
occupied on these creatures.
And
Awesome.
Dougal, in terms of Anthros or Fulgar, if you've met them, can they be negotiated with?
I don't remember.
They're intelligent creatures. They just have a really despicable society.
So
Yeah,
All right.
you guys, I should ask, you guys gave up on the arrows? Because
I
they're
don't
along
know.
with where everyone is. Everyone's in the same
Oh.
spot.
Yeah,
Oh,
Brian
Crowbar and was Gulaf was the range of a.
and Erdis, my henchman.
We're going to be along the blue line, getting a range position.
Oh, then you start shooting hell out of them.
Okay, yeah, so that's like not far enough. They'd have to actually push past through this foliage.
Yeah.
Like
All right.
along here.
Like there.
Yeah.
We'll
yeah,
start
these-
to
these
push
guys are pretty
through.
Despicable. I don't mind attacking them. We got to be careful about letting these creatures loose, but
All right. So they're slavers, right?
they're slavers. Yeah.
All right. Well, then let's charge.
So I could add that in a like in slavers do come to Sindanor and they're not attacked or killed on sight or anything. And some people
Gotcha.
do buy slaves and they purchase slaves there. It's a nasty thing, but it's the
It's
leading
kind of a
the leading government of Sindanor is the Mibishi, who were some pretty bad people themselves, but were mostly destroyed by a conglomeration of other nations.
I will say that my character is thoroughly anti-slave and has
But it
bad
gets
experiences from his people being conquered and having to serve in the Caldoran militia.
All right, I'm a little confused, Crowbar. Why aren't you you changing your position?
Yeah, I think we're gonna go climb up on this rock rather than try to push through the foliage.
Okay, that's fine. All
Okay,
right,
so Erdis isn't going to sit there and die by herself, so she's going to come back with a group then.
okay, so you guys split up. Those guys are climbing up on the rocks. So that guy has Echani blood, so he does look even more foreign from a distant part of the known world. So you guys can go ahead and just make a surprise attack. You guys set it up there. You guys can shoot arrows, and the other guys can attack.
nice.
charge.
Charge!
Ooh, Thulgar leaps into the midst.
Loves to, always.
I like it.
Well,
He only
when we
feels
let
at
these things
home.
go, they're going to start attacking all of us.
Ugh, that's a terrible roll.
What's Erdis
He only
doing?
feels.
Erdis is shooting the creature.
Oh,
Shoot the creature.
what's the D6 for, Eric?
That was when we were sneaking earlier.
Oh, okay, perfect. All right, so Erdis, what's she shooting?
This dude, the big old insect.
Okay, yeah.
Hang on,
So
are we attacking?
go ahead.
Are we attacking the insects or the?
We're attacking the men with the creatures with the.
I'm going to attack the men. Erdis is attacking the insect to make you go berserk.
All right, so go ahead. Oh, wait, you got AC4 hits. I didn't roll the hit points yet.
And I mean, once these things get loose, they're going to go berserk anyways. So I figured we should start chipping away at it with my henchmen. Because us fighters up front here are just going to butcher these anthers.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna be soaked in their gore.
But why do we want to leave the creatures free?
Okay, so Thulgar missed.
So I'm saying as soon as that creature's free, it's going to start trying to kill us all.
Erdis hit.
It's like a giant insect thing. It's not intelligent.
What?
As soon as it gets free, it's going to start trying to attack us.
What's Phelan do?
You'll attack too.
/R. Rune, you can attack if you wish. Do you have a spear?
Is a polearm.
I have
Oh,
a pole arm.
yeah. So go ahead. Well, you're last, but you're still a surprise attack. So Dougal misses.
Oh, Phelan misses.
Phelan misses. Rune. Misses. What are Crowbar and Golaf of the Echani doing?
Crowbar will shoot at the one I'm pinging.
Okay,
Get on the ping layer.
you're good.
Ping.
And Golaf will ping on the one that's
Okay, I got you.
this one. Bang. +1.
Just that.
Boom.
I haven't seen any damage. Oh, here we go. Yeah,
Oh, look at
that crowbar definitely hits. It does not kill him. What about the other?
that. That's for Goloff, and he's at +1, so that's a 13. GM Hobbs.
What's he at +1 for? Oh, for range.
Short range, please.
Yeah, that misses. Close.
Who knows?
Very close.
Okay.
All right, initiative. Matt.
Make us proud, Matt.
They're all like obviously surprised, like, oh,
Hmm.
I've had the thought too late. The Anthras are slavers, but slavery is kind of accepted, and we don't like them, and we don't like the insects. We should have evaded the whole lot. But
not it's not really accepted everywhere. It's
all right,
obviously it's not like in the civilized realms, but you're not really in the civilized realms. You are in
what I'm saying is,
Kalmatta.
don't get ourselves killed needlessly here if possible. Too late.
But
I know,
also,
but
no one's gonna be plussed if we kill some anthers.
no.
And you're more like to, go on. You need to go on the offensive so you don't end up a slave yourself.
No.
I'm down to wipe out some slavers personally.
All right.
Oh knows. All right, so the creatures are these dudes are obviously surprised, and they are trying to take care of some very massive creatures. This one should actually probably be even bigger.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
Okay, well, that changes
got
some
bigger.
things, Hobbs.
It just seemed bigger when you got closer. You're farther away. So, and
Oh,
this creature here wrenches free and kind of spins a little bit, and belches out this bleh on those two guys. So this nasty fuming acid vomit, and they
it's
are
the ones what? 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock,
6 and 9.
6 and 9.
This guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We're on there.
What I'm saying is, I reckon once this is disrupted, I reckon your work here is done, Dougal, and we could leave
If you
the
wanna leave,
creatures
we can leave.
to feed on them. Yeah.
So this one rears up when these guys are surprised to try and fend off your blows, and some of its appendages look like dagger sharp as they come down at you guys. Phelan is actually attacked once. One of these other dudes is attacked.
Here's your taste of the chasm, by the way. That's what's down in the chasm.
But I haven't set foot at the base.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Phelan, you
What?
get nailed by one of these dagger-like blades on his arm, like some of his extra legs, come up, appendages, and one of them stabs into you. That was my sound.
Ah.
Hey,
Ah.
hey,
Hey.
hey.
3 points of damage.
I will sunder my shield, I think.
The others, I gotta find what this thing's Thaco is, because it's pretty effing big. So that would be an 11 and a 12. Oh yeah. So this dude here gets stabbed by one of them, and then the mandibles
Snap it in two.
come down. Yeah, so he gets stabbed almost completely through him, and then his mandibles rip him in half as the blade, it doesn't pull out the dagger-like appendage, just rips him in half.
Whoa.
Yeah, let the blood flow.
All right, let me see here. Oh boy. Yeah, these guys are like, fuck that, we're fighting. So this guy turns, tries to stab at Fulgar. The other one attacks Dougal.
Yes.
So I'll just do Fulgar and Dougal click. Those are misses, I'm sure. The last two guys.
AC1.
Oh shit. Oh no, my Doc Trails died. Just went underneath my desk.
Oh, David Beatty cries. Why would you do that to him?
It's not very nice, is it? All right, so they attack. Ooh, they chop this one pretty good up here. Four points of damage. Seems like it's initiative time. Oh no, that was me. So now it's your guys' turn.
So I reckon fighting withdrawal to the north. Let these, let the
So they're
the
loose
insect-
now. Those staves are just flopping around them. The man catchers.
Exactly. So if we're fighting withdrawal to the north and head for the chasm, let these things feast on the antherus. Dougal, your job is done, and we don't have to fight these beasts for no reason.
I'm down with that.
Yep. I'm gonna call fighting withdrawal to the north.
All right. So what
Thulgar
does
will-
Crowbar and Golov do? Man, someone's making spaghetti or something in this house. I'm starving.
Ooh.
Oh man, I've been thinking of lunch. I have
Crow
yesterday.
is going and shoot at the big creature here,
Go ahead.
but Olaf will continue to target the guy that just got away.
Okay. Roll.
And here. Plus one. Bang. Ooh. I may be having some issues with roll 20.
Okay. Hey, Boot Knife and Agonarch Artist. Oh, the streams are messed up because Gabe must have left. Thanks for letting me know, Boot Knife. But I'm not going to fix it now. It would take me too long. We're only going to be going here for a
Okay.
little bit more. So, oh, that hits. You hit the creature, you said?
Yes.
All right, got it. Another arrow. Ka-chings off of its chitin. Some ichor dripping out. What about Golov? That's a miss.
Go like it's a 9.
That's a miss. Erdis.
Those are my attacks.
Curtis reloads.
Erdis reloads. What is the rest of y'all doing? The meleeers.
Fighting
All
withdrawal.
right. We can move half move fighting withdrawal, right?
Yeah. So do you have treasure?
No.
No.
What did we do with the silver?
That's in town. We just came
That's
from
in town.
town. We don't have treasure.
To
Yeah.
me, friends. To
So
me.
Thulgar, you can move like 2 squares. Half would be
Oh,
2
I can only
squares.
move 2 squares.
Yeah, because you have heavy armor on, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So 20 feet is your normal, and 10 feet is your half move.
Okay, there. I'll put them there.
Leave these anthrus to their just deserts.
That's everyone?
Yeah. Is that initiative?
No, I was just rolling to see what they were doing before we rolled initiative.
Because things have got a little out of hand for them.
Nothing
They
is out
weren't
of hand.
expecting this.
They were expected to get charged by 7 people from the rear.
Yep. Ah! Bloodthirsty war cries echo through the jungle.
Matt?
That's all you do.
I like the way Phelan runs a group, though. Attack! Withdraw!
It gets responses, right?
Uh,
We're very
I rolled a one.
controllable. You just let's yell to attack, we'll do it. Tell us to run, we'll run.
This is my first time in the jungle. I don't know.
I like it. No, you're good, man. I'm just trying to find something.
Yeah,
to
it's
make
all
a
good.
joke about. All right, so this first one attacks. Ooh, yeah, that's not good. Yeah, another one destroyed.
They melt like snow in the sun.
this guy here. Let's see what else this guy can do. Oh, he just bites him.
Kind of hoping the Anthros would last a little bit longer than this.
Doesn't everybody?
I'm surprised they were so successful capturing these things in the first place.
They must have done something in order to be successful, but what was it?
But what? We'll be sure to come back here and
Examine their bones.
examine their bones, see if the insects spit up anything.
Your guys' turn.
Oh, fighting withdrawal.
These guys try to get
Fly.
away.
We can full run now.
So I'm gonna
You can move.
stand kind of. I'm gonna make sure everyone else gets through, and then follow on. We're basically fleeing through the north.
If you're just running, you can move triple your rate, right?
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Fly, friends, fly.
Fly, you fools.
That's the
Yep.
one.
That's the one. We know that maneuver.
Yeah, but I don't have any magic to back that up though. All right.
Only magic you need in these circumstances is a hardy endurance.
Are we ready for the next round?
Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
we hear you.
Yep.
I hear you, Hobbs.
Sorry, someone was moving. I was calling out. My wife is home. She's the one who must be making the spaghetti.
Yeah, luring you in.
Yeah, well,
Trying to
the
get
spaghetti
you off
is
the
wonderful.
computer.
So,
More likely than strangers sneaking into your house to make spaghetti.
you never know.
Bad.
You never know. You guys live in the civilized parts of this country. I don't know
Well, it could be my
those people
mom,
do.
mother-in-law, my brother.
The old
brother's
Rockford
kids.
spaghetti snatcher.
Well, Rockford is actually a very bad place, but Byron a very nice place, so it's all different.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what these guys are going to do.
Sam
Uh-oh, this doesn't look good. One of them is still hungry. So you guys are fleeing.
That's right of that.
Who is wearing heavy armor? Anyone who wears light
Volgar.
armor is going to be able to get away, but anyone with heavy armor is going to be caught.
Ooh, I'm heavy armor.
Thulgar's heavy armor.
Heavy armor.
Rune is.
So let's move the quick guys who are in leather and the onto the other side of the other dudes. You can still pepper them with bow and arrows or whatever. This other creature, the one in the back that was spitting the acid vomit, is feasting on the Anthrax. This one scuttles over quite quickly. And you guys can tell you're going to get overrun. So if you have a spear, you could set it to first strike.
Is that only for the dudes in the front?
Now, should we have had a turn to move before this, or
yeah, but it's not going to matter where we do
Okay.
it because it would have caught you. So,
it's going to catch us
So-
here? All right.
Mhm.
And all of us can prepare for a
Yes.
spear charge, right?
yes.
Spear hedge.
Rune can brace with his pole arm too.
So you should
Yeah,
probably
I'm
be in
gonna-
the second round, right? Because you have less hit points. And you're probably really almost dead from your fall before, right?
It's up to
Well,
you.
he dropped his 0 and then he got healed.
Oh, you got healed.
Do I have time
So-
to ready my second shield?
Did you sunder one?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't hear. Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Missile attacks can go ahead. Everyone can just roll. You need to hit an AC 6. Anyone with a spear, that is. Miss.
Misses.
Oh, anyone with a spear, that is. Gotcha.
Spears do double damage on a charge, right?
It's not really a charge. This is a first strike.
That's what I mean. If
No.
someone's charging into your spear. Didn't
It's-
you say that earlier?
It's not charging. It's just moving into the area.
Got
Because if
it.
it was charging, you guys would be taking double damage if it hits, and I don't
I
think
miss.
you're going to want that.
I miss.
Miss.
Nick, do you have a spear?
Yeah, but I rolled a 6 plus
All right,
1,
you
7.
missed. So everyone missed.
Oh,
Fulgar, are you trying to get into the fight? Oh, I guess you could move. Dougal, you're taking this thing on by yourself?
Well, no one else moved up. I was in the spear line. I
Okay.
thought I would be in the front, and the other heavily armored people would be in the front.
All right,
But if
so
that means I have to
Gulaf.
take it on by myself, then that's fine.
Gulaf hits.
Oh, no, we're not going to leave you to
Olaf
do
does
that.
hit.
I thought we were using spears, though, right?
Roll damage. Yeah, so you have to stay back there. That's why I said it kind of just went right there. He went up to it, and you guys. All right, so Gulaf.
We're all using spears. This is just where I moved myself earlier when we moved in the line.
I'll roll still to see who it attacks. Okay, because it has 3 attacks. 6 points of damage. Nice. Did Crowbar miss?
Yeah.
Crowbar hit an armor class 8.
Miss. All right, so this creature is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, starting at the bottom and going up around.
And you remember Erdis hit this thing for 4 earlier, right?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure.
Ooh, so 1, 2,
Ooh.
3. So Fulgar is taking 2 attacks. So it's massive. This thing has massive mandibles. It's almost anime cartoonish at the size of them, but it also has really like long dagger poignard like legs that it attacks with. So Fulgar is getting 2 legs and or 1 leg and a bite, and Dougal is getting 1 leg.
That's the best possible scenario. You want your high-level characters to get attacked.
All right, so both of those are going to hit.
Uh-huh.
So those are the D4s, though. So yours is the first one, Dougal. 3 points.
Okay.
You know, I kind of screwed you guys. Now we'll roll initiative, I guess. Apparently it did something that messed something up. You take 3 points, Dougal, and 2 points to
Fulgar.
Fulgar, yeah. And now we should do
Fulgar.
initiative.
Fulgar's taking 2 minus 2. No worries.
Oof.
Ooh, 1.
Oof.
We're taken aback by the failure of our plan.
All right. So it is massive, and it does smell of horror and death.
Oh,
Ooh. Ooh. Play the heavy metal. Cue the heavy
Okay,
metal.
so Dougal is getting a leg and a bite, and Rune is getting a leg. So it goes just right in the same order. So the first attack will be Rune, which is a 2, and the other ones won't. So that's a 4, a 15, and an 11.
What AC does that 15 hit? Or that
Negative
13?
-1.
Okay, that's a hit.
The 11
Other
hits
one's a
AC 3.
That's a miss.
All right. So only 1 hit.
Yeah.
The mandible is massive, so you don't want to
Okay.
get hit by that.
Ooh.
It does 2d6. 4 points of damage from the dagger-like leg, though, and it's your guys'
Okay.
turn.
12 out of 19. Okay, I drop my spear. Draw.
That's
I
a
guess
hit,
it's
Fulgar.
movement.
Go ahead and roll damage.
And I get to roll it advantage, huh?
Yeah,
Drop my spear.
go ahead.
Wow.
Missile attacks. You can. This thing is so big, you can attack into the ranks without worrying about hitting your allies.
I'm also dropping my spear and drawing a sword.
3 is a hit. How much damage did Fulgar do?
I'm giving it to you right now.
All right.
It is.
Miss.
It didn't do shit, did it?
Yeah, you have to do /R space 2d8 plus 4.
No, I guess Ernest won't reload. She'll come up with spear.
Okay.
There we go. So I'm going with a 4, so 8.
All right.
No, Ernest misses.
I'm gonna plant the axe right in the.
Ooh, looks like
old
Golov
head.
hit again. Gulaf. Damage for Gulaf.
He's a crack shot with that bow.
Did Rune attack?
No, not yet. He goes last because of the pole arm.
It already
Can he
went though.
move
so-
back?
Yeah.
Can he move back 5 feet?
So you can't move back and attack, but you could withdraw without attacking
Okay, so you can't do a 5-foot step in.
and still attack. No.
Can I attack the further away from him? I mean, since he's such a large.
You could move back there, but you can't. It wouldn't be able to draw as well. If you move back, it's going to get an attack on you.
Okay, so I will withdraw then.
Okay. Yeah. 4 points. Is everyone else done?
Yeah, Phelan missed.
How's this thing looking after the big smack and the peppers?
It actually died from the last arrow shot.
Nice.
Woo!
Who was that?
Gulaf again. Gulaf has been shooting the
Gulaf.
heck out of it.
I salute you.
Yeah.
But it was a nasty mat. It really got its innards almost unleashed by Thulgar.
Yeah.
You guys can
We
still
beat
hear
on it good.
the crunching of bone and a low keening from a ways away from where that other creature still is.
Now, my plan had been to flee, but I wonder whether we want to dispatch this other thing and claim any treasure from the Anthrus.
Yes, the answer to that I think is yes because of time.
Yep.
I'm
right.
down. I'm down. Do you think we should set up positions and pepper this thing?
Yes, absolutely. There's no need to get close.
So why don't you guys take a round of shots at it?
And
I'm gonna
maybe
pick that thing's mandibles later, Hobbs.
yeah. So we
Can I
set up
see over this rock? For
Yeah,
missile attacks?
I'm not moving anything. I'm just saying you guys can get one round of shots and we'll see what it does, and then we'll go from there.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to move or
I don't
anything
like the
like
sound
that.
of that.
Okay, so let's all get a round of shots off.
Well, maybe you'll bring it down first volley.
Ooh, so we got 6 points, 12 points so far.
Mm-hmm. Look at that stacking up.
Hey, does Brian get a sneak attack on it though?
It's not going
Is
to
he in
matter.
position to?
It's not going to matter because it's already dead.
Okay.
Nice.
Well done.
It was dead before it even realized it.
Pretty much,
it
yeah.
was
So
dead.
it was just munching on these creatures, and then that's that.
Okay, search these anthraces.
Yeah, let me find them here.
Do we know? Have they been known to booby trap their bodies or any weird thing like that?
Not that we've seen before.
No, but that's a good
That's
idea.
That's an interesting society.
Yes. The old DM notebook comes out. Let me see. Check.
I always wear an IED on my body at all times. Not to be confused with an IUD. That's very different.
I was going to say, doesn't that stop from having?
Yeah, that stops semen.
Yeah,
And-
IEDs are very different than IUDs.
I'm wondering if we can make some. None of us are particularly trained in the arcane, but can we make some educated guesses about which parts of the insects Habiba Muna, is that right? We'd be interested in perhaps?
Well, yeah. So
The jaws?
We've harvested some insect creatures before. Now they're different. I have a claw back in Sinanor of a giant scorpion. The only thing magical though that we've gotten from insects is from an ancient race of long thought dead insect men, and we
Right.
have a skull like the exoskeleton of the head from one of those that have runes carved inside, and that could be turned into a helm of telepathy. We were told.
Ooh, shrimp.
I'm wondering about that spew forth liquid, which the like the lesser of the creatures spewed forth. If there's some way of accessing that.
Acid sac.
Yeah.
That would be valuable to sell in town, right? Some apothecary, some scribe, or
Sure.
somebody would buy it. Some astrologer.
If you can get it out safely. That's probably going to be the danger there, is harvesting the acid sac of a giant insect mammal.
Do we have any standing henchmen that would be very good at carrying this shit back?
We have 2 henchmen with us.
What? Nice, Brian. Who's trying to remove the sack? Or who are you trying to get to remove the sack? Maybe I should ask.
The thief, of course.
Brian, is Crowbar
Crowbar,
interested?
With your nimble fingers.
Brian?
Crowbar says I'm destitute, but not that desperate.
I'm destitute but not desperate. Nice.
How about we see what the anthers turn up before we? I mean, maybe. Yeah.
Turn out the pockets. That's what Thulgar was starting. Turning out pockets.
And I wonder if they have a camp nearby.
What is a man catcher?
It grabs you, circles your arms. It's like a.
Yeah.
It's like a staff with a lasso on the end.
Okay,
There you go.
they're not. Oh,
like
I've seen them in other versions of D&D, but as far as how they work in this, are they?
I don't know.
They're
if
not
they're-
weapons.
They are kind of.
I think you just get rolled to hit.
How did
The,
it? How are they treated? I guess. Is
I
what
don't
I'm
know.
asking.
Never had anyone try to use one
Oh,
before.
okay.
Do you have a
there's
question?
a middle.
These guys
and a
actually
bracelet.
also have gold pieces on them.
Nice.
Ooh, coinage, hard coinage.
You're right, Google. They were slavers. Although I guess I have gold pieces too.
Yeah, no kidding.
And those slaves.
So they have 135 gold pieces on them,
Sweet.
and one has a small amphora.
Ooh,
I don't even know what that is.
like a jar.
Okay.
It's a
Ocean
great
of gold.
jar with a pointy bottom.
I'm trying to find a picture of the scene from Planet of the Apes where they surround the humans with the man catchers.
Apropos.
Any okay.
So the metal is so these guys they kind of have a regime. They almost seem like they are military in fashion because most of their clothes are similar, and one of them actually has like stuck in his leather breastplate. It looks like he has some sort of metal.
Examine
Then-
the metal for the language, symbology.
It looks like it's made of gold and it has like an imprint of shackles on it.
Ho ho ho! That is slaver coinage for sure, right? Look at these beasts. They have they're so successful. They have their own currency.
Yeah, most people would consider their culture decadent for certain.
Mhm.
What weapons were they using?
Looks like they kind of mostly using swords or axes of some type.
Okay.
They were also carrying these man catchers, so they didn't have spears. You think maybe sometimes they'll have spears.
The man catchers might be useful. I mean, we won't get to the chasm. It looks like today, but like I think we could learn from their tactics, and they did that.
I bet that amphora is something for capturing these creatures.
The
Wasn't that
amphora
potion
is the
of healing?
potion of healing, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
So they used man catchers with any nets?
No nets.
Just man catchers.
No. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But it.
Were the appendages grappled and stuff when we caught them?
Yes.
And maybe if we make note about where they grappled.
Now, I've also encountered the anthers before, having had like giant four-armed white apes also captured, and there were anthers surrounding a giant ape, four-armed ape with a man catcher.
So
We skirted around them. We didn't deal with them, but
That sounds kind of foolish to try to catch a white ape with a man catcher.
So what you guys do find is like where these guys were. It seems like they must have had. There's some really rancid meat that seems like unknown meat that seems like it's been laced with something.
they were using the same tactic.
Nice. And
So
is
I
there any
wonder what they do
indication?
with these things?
Is there any indication of a camp anywhere nearby? If we look for kind of footprints for what direction they kind of came from.
You're gonna try and track them.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
So
Roll a d6, guys. Everyone who's trying to track, roll a d6. If everyone rolls, that means you're not like on watch or anything.
Thulgar, keep your eyes out.
You got it.
Whoops, that was
Things are
supposed
gonna
to
be
be as Dougal.
Oh,
sneaking
God,
up on
that
us.
Karth Agnar? Who the hell's that?
That was a
random
misclick.
encounter.
It sounds like an old Action Comics
I like it.
character.
Yeah, it's good.
Comes in the 3-pack.
Yeah.
is Crowbar looking, Brian? Oh yeah, you just rolled a 2. Never mind. Is that everyone already? Just the 3 of you? What about Matt? Matt didn't roll.
We lost to Neely.
Where's Matt?
I reckon they sell these to some sort of gladiatorial games or something like that. That's my wild imagining.
So you can't really tell very well, but there is a beaten path that heads off to the northwest.
Okay. So decision time. Are we
Mark it and
Do
we
we
get out of
try-
here.
get out of here?
Well, we have to, kind of, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if you want to carouse.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I'd like to follow this up, but I don't think we can today.
Well, let's take the man catches, and if anyone's wants to at a later date use what we've gained and learned to try this again,
Mhm.
I'd definitely be up for that.
How many man catchers
maybe-
were there?
8. I think 7. I think there were 7 anthers here.
Can I take one?
Yeah.
Let's I'd like to take the head off the leader who had the medal, and we'll leave that on a it's a bit of a waste of a spear, isn't it?
We can leave that on a creature spike.
That's it. I like it. There's a calling card for the slavers.
All right, trying to send a message to the anthers.
What are we using for a calling card?
His
I
head.
wrote
He
that
chopped
down.
his head off.
Okay. Decapitation.
Put it on a spike.
Seems like what the Sailven do. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
We're learning
Yeah,
from
that's-
everyone today.
Yeah.
They might think we're Sylvan, yeah.
Good work.
All right, so you guys get back. All right, how much total gold have you had? Last time we counted it as 400 gold pieces, so 40% or 40 GP for that trip.
305 for this trip.
All right, so 70 GP. So 305, you can divide that. I'll give you guys another half of the XP because I mean it wasn't really 2 sessions, only 1 session. So
Mhm.
you would normally have 100 per level. I'll give you 50 per level for going out the second time, and then you get 305 divided by 4. What is that? 75?
No, that's well, it's divided by 5 for experience, but I'm dividing for the gold because I took my share away. So,
So 76.
It's 76.25 actually.
All right, 76 XP is that gold?
No, that's gold. XP is going to be less. It's 305 divided by
61.
5. 61 XP plus 50 XP per level.
So how much total XP did you guys get?
Quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. It was a good haul.
266 plus 61 plus 50, like let's call it the calculator.
260 grand. Yeah, I get the edges.
I got like 1500 XP or something for this.
What did the first level guys get? That's usually what I keep track of.
Yeah.
I got 377.6.
Okay, so 378.
378. That's not including any bonus yet.
You guys didn't get anything. You didn't do anything special this time. Just all random encounters, really, is what we're created. Everything that happened so far.
Well, he meant bonus for his.
Sorry for yeah.
Oh,
the
class bonus
prime requisite
experience.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, so 378 total for level 1, unless that sounds really off.
Nope. Sounds good to me.
And Brian's
Awesome.
character got 10% more, I think.
And then, in terms of gold, I'm hoping our treasurer can help us out with that, because we've also got that stuff which we haven't cashed in yet.
Yeah. So here's how it works. You either give up a larger percentage if you don't tell the guardsman where you got it, or you give up a smaller percentage if you do tell them where you got it. I usually err on, if it's like a random encounter, absolutely tell them where you got it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 10% of that, Hobbs?
Yep.
So you guys did not sell your silverite, so are you going to tell them about the silverite, or are you going to hide it?
No, we'll tell them about the. I mean,
Okay,
doesn't
so
seem
they're
like
going to
something
get
worth-
taxed for that value then, Hobbs?
Yeah, so it's 10%. We're just going by the same value I gave you XP for. You guys may get more for it later. That's fine. So that you
Yeah,
take off
well,
40
I
gold
gotta
pieces
scroll
for
up
that.
Okay, so 40 gold for that, and then minus another 30, so minus 70, so 230 divided by 4. You guys each get 57.5 gold pieces.
And is that including the silverite?
No, I took off the tax for the silverite because you said you wanted to declare it.
Yeah.
You haven't sold it yet.
So yeah, just split up the silverite and how many pieces, and you can just put that on your character sheet, and then we can see how much it sells for later.
So if you guys are splitting 80 silverite between you guys and Gabriel, that's 5 people. So that's 80 divided by 5. That's 16 pieces each.
16 silverite. And sorry, 57.5 gold pieces. Does that include from the previous encounter as well?
So here's what you all have gotten in card currency.
Right.
Each of you this session have gotten 16 silverite and 57.5 gold total.
Okay.
That is
So
your
that's-
currency from this session.
That's 57 gold and 5 silver pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you took home after taxes.
I'm tempted to trade the silverite in for carousing purposes. How
Carousing
much
is
is?
fun. It's dangerous, but
Oh, but you got to be in it.
Gonna be in it.
wow, dude, Jay got
first-
married.
First
I got a plus
venture
one
into
strength
the
bonus.
jungle, it has to be celebrated. How much can I get the silverite for without the silver?
5 gold pieces each.
Oh, oh, that's all right. 60, 50.
It's 80 gold.
That's 80 gold. Well, I'm gonna live large.
You live large for us.
How would you like to
And,
carouse?
Show us
I'm
how it's
gonna-
done.
I'm gonna trade in the
So you get to choose. You get to choose how you would like to carouse. You
All
have
right.
different tables.
So, am I the only person carousing? Here we go. So that's 80. Yeah.
Well,
I
we
gotta
can only-
build up my reserves.
We can only do one person at a time. So if you
I
want
am
to,
not carouse. I am cursed by God.
Really? That's
Yep,
a
all
dreadful
alcohol-
fate.
All alcohol tastes like vinegar to me because I offended an encounter.
You poor guy. It's horrible.
All right, I'm gonna carouse for 100 GP
all right. So
on the warriors and barbarians and wolves table.
all right, roll D30.
Hang on. Here we are.
What'd you get?
27.
Oh, that sounds high.
That's pretty good, man. You want to roll high on this thing. That's really good.
So we already heard. Is Rune going to carouse, Matt? So you might want to think about this if you want to. My table's not opening. Let me switch to my backup.
Back to the table.
Is that in roll 20?
Yeah, you can get really
This table
terrible
is-
things off it. No, Hobbs has a copy of it. It's secret.
The terrible
Oh,
things seem
okay.
to lead to good adventures, though.
It's true. It's true. Oh yeah, I forgot that you've watched a bunch of this. Okay.
No, no, it's all good. It's all good. No.
Oh, how much did you watch? Just out of curiosity.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know because I just click them on when I'm driving home. I'm up to about the prehistoric cavern one with the griffin. I think that's what kind of caught my imagination. But
so
I've
it's
never
commuter.
watched...
You listen to it while you commute.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So I don't see it. I just hear it.
You're just getting to the good characters then. Okay.
So you get 100 XP because you caroused like Tegan. Tegan us. Wine, women, song, and all worldly pleasures are yours. One with coin looted from the jungles of Kalmatta. But you also roll a d8.
100 XP. Hang on.
I've gotten a stat bonus from this table before. Jay got married and.
Yep. Yeah.
What'd you get?
I got a relationship.
Did you say 8?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
All right. You also, it seems a bit hazy with all that wine you drink, and you're really not sure how it happened, but you have been inducted into a weird religious cult.
Oh my goodness.
That happens too.
I think this is how I ended up swearing to go to the chasm in the first place. But all right, weird religious cult. Do I get to find out who it is?
Yeah, you joined the cult of Titivia, the Queen of Lust.
Nice.
You're an orgy cult.
Little pervy. Are you a dwarf too?
Phelan? No,
Yeah,
I'm from Rawn. But
Okay.
I've been
He's a man.
But I can understand. Wow. Here we are.
So put that down. Titivia, the Queen of Lust.
The Queen of Lust. Nice.
This party is basically half dwarves and half roaring.
Yep.
It's a powerhouse. You definitely can hire out as a mercenary company.
Rune, are you going to
Sure.
general carousing, or would you like to carouse on the DL, which means you kind of hang out in your room and maybe do multiple things as a cleric, as a
I'll
thief,
call you a coward if you do that. Just so you know.
or a wizard? How would you like to carouse?
He's a dwarf, so
Drinking?
yeah.
Roll a d30. How much are you carousing for, I should ask?
30 gold.
Okay, I would tell you up front that may be a mistake because whatever bad stuff could happen, what could happen if you carouse for 1 gold or for 500 gold. So 30 gold may not be worth it.
Okay.
Because you could maybe get 30 XP or something.
Risk to reward is probably a little off.
Okay.
So you could sell your silverite and you could have more, which is what Nick did. Or you could just not carouse. I'm not telling you can't carouse for 30 gold pieces. You can, but...
Come, brother, join the cult of Titivia.
Is that
it's a secret cult.
30
so.
XP?
Oh, sorry. Right.
Possibly. It could be 30, it could be less, it could be more. You don't know until what happens happens.
That's true.
I only have 58 gold and 16 silver.
Well, if you you could sell your silverite if you want for 80 gold.
Yeah, then you're up to 120.
It's up to you though.
Sure, why not? The silverite, is it used for like creating weapons or anything?
No human knows how to do it, but apparently the Sailven do.
Okay, well, I'll sell the silverite then.
All right, so you get 80 gold pieces for that. How much would you like to carouse for?
And you said that there's a go big or go home.
That's some people's choices. I'm just trying to tell you, like, some of the things that can happen is you can be arrested for murdering someone and basically be getting executed.
Oh, well, then I can create another character.
So you want to go big?
So
put it all in.
Let me 125.
All right, for 125, roll a d30.
Nice. 125. Big money. No whammy.
No whammy.
Oh, this is probably not that good.
Shit.
All right. You succumb to the wine following epic drinking and general debauchery. When you awake in your room, all of your coin and equipment is gone, likely stolen by last night's only dimly recalled paramour. You
You
choose
lustful.
an intelligence or a wisdom check. Do you have any magical items?
No.
Okay, so you get 120 XP. Do you have any gold other than the 125?
I had 13 left.
All right, so you get a total of 138 XP, but you only begin the game with 3 pieces of clothing. So all the rest of your equipment is gone.
Ooh.
Maybe you did join the cult.
Dude, what happened to you?
Yeah.
So
Can I just roll up a new character?
I mean, you could if you wanted. Other people will sometimes just like borrow money from people or whatever.
Yeah, we'll help you
Yeah.
out.
At inflated interest rates, where the interest gets tacked onto the principal.
Listen, everybody in Sinor has either been robbed blind, accused of murder, pissed off a god, joined a weird sex cult. This is what happens, bud.
That's what happens when you do.
Yeah, some of us are respectfully married and leave a respectable burger's lifestyle when they're here.
Brian, do you want to carouse?
I think Crowbar is a little too young for carousing at this time.
Okay. Thulgar is not carousing and Eric cannot. So I think that's
It's
it.
assumed that he's very young.
Okay. Well, thanks,
right.
everybody. Thanks,
Yeah.
Hobbs. Thanks,
I
Nick.
will. So Nick, you got any plus minuses or anything you'd like to pimp?
No, just great meeting you all. Had a great time. Hopefully, I'd like to pimp another expedition to the chasm with man catchers. Yeah, it was great. Thanks, bro.
Awesome, Eric.
Yeah, super stoked. I said stoked, like stoked and psyched.
I'm psyched.
Staked. I'm staked.
I'm stoked to be back in Kalmatta. It's been like 6 months since I last played.
Wow.
And for a while there, we were on Kalmatta every week. So,
Yeah.
it feels like returning home to a really awful apartment. But, your neighbors are cool at least. So you still live there. And the rent's okay. And there's lots of alcohol. So, yeah, I had a good time. And it was nice meeting new players that I haven't gamed with before. So nice meeting you all.
Yep.
And, yeah, thank you.
Jay?
New gamers. Yeah, getting introduced to new gamers is always fun, always excellent. And this game is always I find a good challenge, different from running and being in long campaigns where you got to make decisions and go like now when the game is on, because we're on a time crunch. I like that. I like the way it paces the game.
Nice. Brian?
Yeah, I think we need to shoot a Gmail to like Band-Aids and get them to sponsor Hobbs and Friends Twitch.
Send
Anyway,
all the emails you
thanks
want.
for having me on, GM Hobbs. I'll see you next time.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Matt.
Yeah, thanks for running. Unfortunately, my character didn't get to do a whole lot because he was dead half the time.
Yeah, sorry about that. Hopefully you are interested in trying again. So if anyone wants to be in the gamerhood, Kalmatta is a benefit of $2 a month patrons at Hobbs and Friends. I always let people play once for free and see what they think, and if they feel like it's worth it. Of course, the real bonus is the Hobbs and Friends podcast, but that is just a side effect. And yeah, man. So
Cool. I didn't know all that.
Old School Essentials. Check it out. Hope you enjoyed it. Otherwise, maybe
Works for me.
we should let my man TJ take us out.
Come on, DJ.
It's a beautiful day in the gamerhood, a beautiful day for my gamers. Would you be one? Could you be one? It's out about plunder, but don't despair. This colony's breeding great lovers. Would you be one? Could you be one? If the 80% mortality rate works for you, for a few bucks a month you can sign up and have the Hobbs kill you. So let's make the most of another Sunday.